GRG podcast, where you get all the latest gaming news, hot topics, and more. With guest Triple Cup Chuck, Live Wires Gaming, 108 Dragons TV, Bloody Knuckles, Operations Op, 100, live, and your host, K Mega 405. The GRG podcast
starts right now.
Yeah.
Bloody's first on the scene, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Sorry, it took us a little bit. We had to get everybody together. There you go, Op. There was some people going in doing some stuff. Little Ivanka had to be put in bed. And then 100 had to go take his family to his private jet. And then me and Bloody was arguing. So it was great because we're gonna blend that over to the show. Let me know if there is any of the if it sounded like it did when I first started the show last week, where there's an echo or anything. If there is, please let me know. I know exactly what to do, and it'll be gone lickety split. But other than that,
what the hell just happened? Where all these people come from?
What the fuck?
What are you talking
Always
about?
late on the scene.
What happened? What are you talking about?
When I left, it was me, you, and goddamn Bloody. I come back, we got a full house.
We got a full deck. We
got
doing
the
it
drunken
live.
sensation. We got the brand new impeach guy, and we got the unrespectful rookie of the year.
He said unrespectful.
Unrespectful.
I don't even know that's a word. I think
it's not. I just made it up.
I'm finna start calling it. I think you finna start.
You mean disrespectful?
Disrespectful.
No. I know what disrespectful is. I know what that is. I ain't want to say that.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. Well, all I can say is this: is that I'm going to start maybe calling you our Jesse Jackson, because if you just start making up words, I don't know what the hell going on.
No, not Jesse Jackson. Walt Frazier.
Thingamajig.
Walt Frazier. I'm Walt Frazier from the Knicks, the New York Knicks announcer.
Nice. All right, man. What's up, everybody, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for being here. Loaded. You know what? I hope you guys. The Dolphin man has been impeached for now. But regardless of that, it's all right though, because we might want to hear what he has to say tonight, because he might want to get some things off his chest. We do not know, but we never know what happens with our Donald Trump on the show. But all I know is this: we're gonna have one hell of a show. And I'm already in the mood. I'm grooving because that intro, please give me a thumbs up if y'all like that beat at the startup, man. Because, man, I went into my music collection and I forgot I had that. And I jammed that out like almost all night, man. I love that beat. I love that song. But anyway.
No. Let's get this out in the open. Hold on. I got to interrupt you.
Yeah.
We got 41 people watching. 2 dislikes, 15 likes. We need more likes. And likes is not e-begging. You know what likes do for the channel? It helps YouTube algorithm share the video out. People can see it. So a like or a dislike would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, so hit that like, dislike button. If you hate K Mega, hit that dislike
activity.
button. If you love K Mega, hit that like button. If it's somebody else on the show that you despise with all your heart, 100, then go ahead and hit that
this
dislike
motherfucker
button.
Threw me under the bus right out the gate.
No, we said 100. We didn't say
You
bloody.
said 100.
I thought you said bloody. I'm just like, God damn, 100 already?
Everybody loves bloody. Everybody loves bloody. So we might have a special guest here coming through, popping in here a little bit later. I don't know. They're saying that they're trying to check out their schedule. 2 guys actually. So if they could come on,
make a call too.
So we get to a little point of it when we start getting into when our boy Bloody start getting long-winded, then that's when you probably can make that call. So other than that, let's get started. Without further ado, I'm already getting started. You know what I'm drinking tonight? Everybody in the chat, let me know what your adult beverage is tonight. This could be anything from water to the greatest of whatever that you're drinking right now. Right now, I have not tried this drink in so many years, but because I'm in such a good mood, I felt like just sitting back. Man, I got my bonus check from work. Lord. Boy, it feels good. Boy, it feels good. Anyway, so I said, you know what? I think I'm going to have me some. You know what I think I'm going to have tonight? I think I'm going to go ahead and start and revitalize a drink that was back into the early 2000s. If you remember Hypnotic and Hennessy, what was that called? The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
That's what we having tonight. Yeah, but you know what? I'm sipping because you know what? I do not want to do what I did when I streamed with Bloody and them last Sunday. I was sitting here, some crazy shit happened, and then we were switching over to Killer Instinct, and I fell asleep. I finally had my moment.
Did.
I didn't know.
I
deleted that shit so quick. You'll never see it if you can catch me live or
Live wire status.
Oh boy, out.
When Live
you were laughing because the fact it was funny.
Dinosaur cocaine
He
line.
passed out in the middle of minding his games, right? And then he's like, hang on, I gotta load back up. And so we waiting over there, we switching games. He joins in the party chat. And we're like, K-Mega, where you at? And we don't hear nothing. 15 minutes later, K-Mega, where you at? And just hear, it was just like, oh, this motherfucker passed out.
And I was out for a while. So because when I woke up, everything was tripping. Like I said, I got kicked out the party because I haven't done that in a long time. Because when I'm in the parties with 100 and shit like that, there's people that fall asleep all the time. And the first thing you do is you get the boot. Then you'll find out that you're gone. So that's what Sir X-Man and Bloody and them, they kicked me out, Jack. Vamp and them, they kicked me out. I was ready to play some Killer Instinct, but some crazy stuff happened. So I had to
you missed it. I ran game on Killer Instinct.
Did you? Well, you know what? That's because I'm not there.
She's like, you know what? She's like, I'm gonna let everyone else go. And I started running game on X-Men and on Core and everything else. I'm just like, ooh. And she was like, oh, look at my boy over there. She's like, when I step out of the way from my man, he's like, he's running. I'm just like, damn straight.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh yeah,
that's cool. I was running it for a while.
Nice. That's because I wasn't there. But you might take advantage of me. 100. Let's keep it professional tonight. Cut that shit off.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. So again.
Yo, you took moms to the airport in that Budweiser truck?
Oh shit. He said Budweiser.
Anyway, let me get the introductions, man. 100 in the building. What's going on with you, bro? How you doing? Man, what you been playing this week?
Madden.
All right. Okay.
That's all I've been playing. Madden. I'm finna buy 2K because it's on sale.
Go get it so I can beat your head. Get my practice.
Speaking of beating head right here, just saying, K-Mega.
Mm-hmm.
We go.
When I gave your girl Hildy that work with Talim.
Oh yeah, you got that. That's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
don't worry about that.
All that smoking 2K.
I got
those are some good matches though. I was like, we were going back and forth for a bit.
Me and you need to play 2K. The rest of them is just welcome match.
You're crazy. I'm finna beat live. I'm gonna beat live like I did last year. I'm gonna do them dirty. And then I'm going to beat you, Lemon. I'm going to get you. Hey, that game, the Thunder against your Lakers, man. My Thunder gave you hell. You was like, you actually trying to play.
And when I switched to those Blazers, you lost by 50.
I was playing. Who was I playing with? I played with Houston. I never played with Houston. That was the first time I played with Houston. Trying to be cool with the Brody. But
trying to miss that boy Lamb.
Anyway, so regardless, 108 Dragons in the building, ladies and gentlemen. What's happening? What's going on? What you been playing, bro?
Life is beautiful. Xbox Series X, Xbox, the next box, sex box. I don't care what you call it. It's a great week in technical advanced situations and lists. Got a great show for y'all, man. Welcome to everybody to the chat, man. We love all y'all, and we love y'all support. Everybody except 100. He just loves dislikes. Facts.
We'll take it. Other than that, let's get on to it. Man, our Rookie of the Year, man, a.k.a. the lawyer, a.k.a. late to work to his non-getting paid job. Where was you at? Operations.
I think the more question was, where was Google at? Because that shit was not working. I'm on my phone right
now. Google be tripping. And Google's over here tripping, not even making my restream work, man. Forget you, Google. What's going on?
I got a question.
Yeah.
In the past weeks, has anybody mentioned Stadia?
We'll talk about a little Stadia tonight. We will talk about a little
Stadia.
Advertisements, we will talk about a little Stadia tonight.
I'm just saying, outside of their own.
I think the media forgot that a console. Whatever you want to call it.
Stop disrespecting. Come on now, we'll talk about the mighty Stadia tonight. Also, so what's going on, Ob? What you been playing? What's been happening with you?
For me, I've just been playing Rage 2. I'm about done with that game. It's been pretty fun so far.
Yeah.
Of course, I got a couple issues, whatnot. The open world, like that part of the game is pretty bland.
Yeah. Yes.
But once you get into the gameplay loop of the combat, that's where it pretty shines for the most part of this game. But other than that, it's been a cool experience.
Nice. All right, cool. And then last but not least, oh no, well I didn't get to Bloody yet. So let me go to Bloody before I get to our Donald Trump, because this is a special time for our Donald Trump. So Bloody, what's been going on with you? What you been playing here lately?
Oh man, you know how it's going. It's been going good. I've been on my grind over streaming, and of course tomorrow I'm excited because it's the 2-year anniversary for Smash. I was like, so I've been all over the place working on my backlog, using the stream as a way to kind of work through it all. You know, I finished Jedi the other day. I've been working on some other stuff and playing some other games, so it's been a good time. I was like, you know, I'm still riding high from hitting our 1,000 not that long ago. I was like, well, other than that, man, feeling good. I was like, just trying to work through all the backlog and stuff that I got going on. You know, I've been putting in some work in Call of Duty and getting loving the hardcore, man. I was like, Call of Duty is definitely something special, man. I was like,
you ready for prime time? You ready for prime time with your boy Lemetheus? You ready?
Like, I'm waiting for you to send me the invite, man. I was like, just let me know what you got.
No tapping out? No screaming and no tapping out?
Nah, man.
You good now?
I was like, I'll get mad, but I was like, but I won't tap out. I was like,
all right,
I'll be all over that. I was like, I'll still get frustrated. I was like, I always.
It's all right. It's okay.
But
no screaming.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Okay, cool.
But man, I was like, other than that, just been feeling good. I was like, I got the gummy bears and vodka on deck tonight. So
so you and Lemetheus is drinking Zimas with Jolly Ranchers. That's what the truth is, ladies and gentlemen. Zimas with Jolly Ranchers.
But I was like, I'm throwing up the fun and good gameplay this week. All right,
that's some good gameplay. My gameplay is actually kind of different, because what it does, it actually look like it's Lemon's gameplay, but it's not, because Lemon didn't give me no gameplay this week.
No, I want you to keep playing those videos that I gave you, because that show we out in these streets.
Okay.
Facts, all of us.
Regardless.
You know what? I mean, I could post. I was like, if that's the case, I'll throw some of the videos that I got from when we was out there.
Gameplay
I
can
want
be
to see
anything.
me and Bloody. Comic-Con. I want them to see we out here.
Gameplay can be anything.
I'm gonna have some from the PAX party at PAX South with all my streamer people in a month. Let's go, baby.
And so you know, but I also have some special stuff to show, because because we'll definitely get into the digital Foundry stuff. Which is going to be pretty funny, and I hope that once we get to that point that beautiful bean footage will show at the same time. So regardless of that, let's get to Live Wire. What's going on with you? Our Donald Trump. What's happening with you, bro? What's happening? What's going on? Hey, I know that it's been a hard week for you, but you know what? The Senate got your back. McConnell said he had your back, bro.
I'm not feeling this. You know, I'm just in a different headspace right now. But you know what?
I got you.
The truth shall set me free. And it was just a phone call. Just a phone call.
Just a phone call.
Just a phone call. Instant phone call. Can I not call you and ask you a friend to another friend simple question?
I mean, sure. I'm an American, though.
You know.
I mean, but you can't call like our boy the Welsh Gamer and ask him for a favor, though.
I mean, why not?
I mean,
it's all good. It's all good. It's innocent. Innocent.
It's from another country, though,
keyword, innocent.
I got you. Anyway, it's all good, man. I hope Lil Ivanka's tucked in nice and tight. Let's get some Dolphins up in this mother. Let's get it. Anyway, let's go to the first topic. I'm going straight to Op on this topic, because he wanted to do, and if 100 was in here, I want to talk as my boy 100. We don't want to hear that kumbaya, but I'm going to go straight to you. This is the first topic of the night, and that is this merger between Xbox and PlayStation over the cloud. Now, there are PlayStation fans that absolutely believe that PlayStation is not going to go knee deep into the cloud, but from what you see from the CEOs of Microsoft and of Sony, that they're going all in. So, Op, I'm going to let you go ahead and lead this off. Get us started in the show tonight, and explain to us why this was so important for you to for us to want to talk about this with the gaming community tonight.
Well, actually, I was reading through the article a little bit. I actually thought that was pretty cool how this merger, the nuances of this merger was. Because when I was reading it, they're talking about just collaborating with improving their AI. And there's another thing they mentioned, I believe, was their user experience, on their platform as well, as far as cloud tech as well. And the other thing they mentioned was how beneficial Sony's their sensor technology would be beneficial with them for their superconductors, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it was that as far
Sony's
as
superconductors, and then Microsoft's, using the artificial intelligence. Well, they're both going to be working on artificial intelligence, but they're Azure. Yeah. So.
Yeah, as you all see, I'm not technical, so I'm going to forget bits and pieces. But just from a casual standpoint, not knowing much about this tech site, just read it and see how they're going to work together. Sounds pretty cool. On the flip side is, what happened to the market leader not following those who are behind them, those who are under them at this point? Come on now. Just I know this year's almost over, but they're squeezing out all the last bullshit narratives they had left and just dumping on them at this point. Because it's just sad. Just for a complete 180, gets all the goodwill, not necessarily goodwill, but gets all the narratives, let their fan base build up for them. It actually helped propel them to where they are right now, and just for them to go around and turn on them, it's hilarious to see going forward. So at the end of the day, this is good news for everybody except them, because they made this console war pretty much life or death to them. They had a bigger deal than what it was. So at the end of it, they're all going to lose from this endeavor. So sucks to be them. Cannot relate.
Yeah, no, I that was the whole point, and I kind of figured that that's what your theory is when you brought this up, was that the article came out in about May. When May. It was later this year when that article came about, but it still didn't resonate with the PlayStation stand. And we tried to tell them, we said it here, we said it on videos, we said it everywhere else, that look, Sony is going, it's coming, and Sony is definitely going all in on cloud on the cloud, which everybody used to call this fake unicorn, and they want to help their streaming get along, and so they needed a partner to work with. They could have worked with Google. Amazon want to get in the game. There's other people that wants to get into it that has the technology, but they decide to work with Microsoft. And even though they're in competition with one another, with the console aspect of it, Sony knew deep down that they had to go with one of the best to compete against Google. That's what it all boils down to. So, Lemetheus, let me get your thoughts on this, man. What did you think about the whole strategy behind what Sony did, and also with Microsoft? Because this is unprecedented, especially when you hear the console war beef, of that these two companies just solely hate each other, and that it's okay to dislike. Why are they partnering up the way that they are?
Okay, first of all, both companies, they don't hate each other. They sit down at dinner together. We've witnessed that. We've seen pictures of them have at different meetings. We've seen them walk out on stage together. First of all, Sony is really competitive, but both companies have a big challenge coming from Google, coming from Amazon, and all these outside entities, including NVIDIA with the streaming service. Now, why would Sony choose to partner with Amazon? Do they got gaming experience?
No.
Do Google got gaming experience? No.
Other than just their little Google toys and stuff. Google apps and stuff.
Things.
Yeah.
So they're gonna go with somebody. Nintendo Online is just, we know what it is. I don't want to disrespect Nintendo, but their online service is terrible. But what is the other option for Sony to do? Is to go with your competitor, who is also have the same, my enemies are my friend, right? My enemy's enemy is my friend. That's how you say it.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yes.
Facts.
Thank you.
So right now, Stadia, Google, Amazon, NVIDIA, they the enemy. They're trying to impose on console sales, which puts Sony and Microsoft on the same side of the fence now, because they got outside entities challenging what they bring into the table. The smartest choice is to go with the company with the best infrastructure on the planet. Say, listen, we're still going to have our different consoles. We're still going to be competing with exclusive titles. That doesn't change. But we need our online to be up to speed. We know your online is up to speed. We're inferior. We're going to pay that fee, and we're going to join you and help us make our online better. And all that said, now look at playing every game. All that's no longer blocked. You know what I'm saying? Kumbaya with third-party software playing with each other. Mortal Kombat getting ready to get an update for cross-platform play. The biggest game in the world got an update last week. Minecraft for cross-platform play for Sony with iOS, Android, and Switch, and PC and Xbox.
Don't forget also on mobile devices on both phone and tablet. Don't forget about that with Realms.
Right. So the biggest picture, people, these console war guys don't look at the big picture. Doesn't matter how many consoles they sold, they're both being challenged by outside entities, and they're on the same side of the fence. They're gonna bring the cloud streaming service, and they're gonna have their consoles. Whereas the cloud, like Stadia, it's already failed. They only got they're not making a console. They don't want to jump into console. They just tried to infiltrate that gaming market from the cloud perspective. So they still one-dimensional. You understand what I'm saying? So who other than Microsoft or Sony partner with? It works. This is not a situation where you're going to see God of War on Xbox. That'll never happen. Halo Infinite, Halo anything, will not be on PlayStation. It just works. And that's the best decision for both companies.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. No, I agree. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on to Livewire, get his thoughts about this. How important is this merger of the cloud service, not over everything else between? I love my brother Other Zinc, but he has to look at it from a business perspective. Sony sees the benefit of it. Microsoft sees the benefit of it. They both have flaws in certain categories and areas, and they both know how powerful Google is.
You don't mean merger, you mean a partnership.
Well, it's
right?
a partnership. Well,
because remember the term merger is when both companies become one entity. If it's a partnership, it means that they're both just offering. Yeah,
but it's a partnership merger between cloud gaming. They are giving a check to Microsoft for their Azure service. They're paying them. But I also think that because for what Sony has with those subcontractors and subconductors or whatever, that maybe that Microsoft might be paying a little bit to them as well. That's why I say it's a joint partnership. Yeah,
because if it's a merger, that means both companies are going to become one entity and one's taking over. That's why I was just like, wait a second, are you sure you mean merger or joint?
Let
partnership.
Let the Hulk do what it's supposed to do. Don't correct me again, sucker.
No, anyway, I will correct you again. I will correct you again, sucker.
All right, go ahead, Live. What's your thoughts about this, man?
Oh, run that back. I walked out for
you. Man, all right, you're killing me, Live. All right, so basically, this whole situation between Xbox and with the Xbox and PlayStation with this not merger but this partnership with the cloud, that they're pretty much wanting to team together to fight off these new entities that's coming in, which is Google and Amazon and all them. How beneficial is this? Is one of the other gaining more than the other, or is it basically one of those things where it's even Steven, and will this benefit all gamers at the end of the day?
It'll be beneficial to both equally. I mean, Microsoft will make more money off of it, but Sony will, be able to do something that they physically can't do right now, and that's, stream on the cloud, because they don't have the servers equipped to do it. And so it's beneficial to both equally, even though Microsoft is going to make more money off of it. That's how I look at it. It would be like, look at it this way. it's like the difference between somebody, say you come together to win a championship. You might not get the recognition for it as being the lead, but hey, you got that chip, dog. So I mean, y'all both got what y'all want.
Yeah, no, it's all good. What's going on with you, Vodka? He said, "Hey, GRG, xCloud beta killed the Stadia launch." We will talk about Stadia. We will get into that.
What's the Stadia? What's the Stadia?
Stop it! Y'all got to stop disrespecting Stadia like that.
No, you got to say
we're not going to do this. Right. We're not going to do this. We're gonna,
listen, you didn't listen to your GRG brothers on this one. We warned you.
Day one, once the shit is fixed.
I think you should wait on the Stadia slander.
No.
I'm talking about the new Ram Stadium that's getting built.
Facts. We'll go visit that 100 again.
Oh, he meant stadium. Okay, stadium. Yeah.
Stadium. I said stadium.
Cowboy Stadium.
I said
I'll give it a year before I start slandering them.
Yeah, the way the Cowboys beat my Rams, I'm so disappointed. That pretty much bounces out.
I can't believe you got disrespected by the Cowgirls, man. Come on now.
I know. I'm upset. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fame 2K and them are just laughing right now.
Oh, yeah. Get Dallas out of here.
Dallas is the New York Knicks of football.
No, not because they might make the playoffs. The Knicks ain't seen the playoffs in how long? Stop.
No, we talking about in terms of terms of disappointment.
Stop.
Yeah. They America's football team. Yeah, because of the fact that no one wants them.
They used to be. Go ahead. Let's go. Let's
go. So Live, go ahead and continue, please, sir.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's beneficial for both. You know, there's a lot of money to be made. And it's all good, man. It's all. I mean, I don't see why anybody would be upset by it. For PlayStation guy, you're getting all your games, in the cloud, on the go, or wherever you go without having to bring your console all the time. And for Xbox guy, that doesn't want to own a PlayStation, there you go. It's beneficial, knowing that their service should work, just as good as xCloud. So that's great, because it being worse than xCloud doesn't help anybody.
It being worse than Stadia is not helping anybody.
Well, Stadia has other issues. It's not just that's the one thing that does work. It's their pricing, the way they charging you full price for games you can't even use when the internet's out. So.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But I mean, they have been PlayStation has been promoting the hell out of PlayStation now, and I believe that they're already probably using the Azure service as we speak. So
it goes into next year. It starts next year.
It starts next year. Okay, so they're promoting the hell. They're marketing the hell out of
because it's $60 now. It's reasonable.
It is reasonable, and the fact that they are bringing in some hot games. We will talk about that here in a little bit. But
it's about mindshare. I mean, they got a
somebody who's there.
Answer that.
Answer that.
Answer that. Prince of Bel Air.
I know.
Sorry, it's Jazz. Uncle Phil about to throw him out.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, man, come on in. Come on and join the show. Anyway, so all right, 100. Do you got anything that you wanted to add to this?
Man, I'm gonna tell you this.
It's
time to preach.
Okay.
Is it beneficial? It's benefit to Sony. It's only benefited to Microsoft's pockets. People think this because they use their service. That don't mean Microsoft might do technical work. They're not going to make their service better. They just giving them a foundation. They have to build their own skyscraper. They might tell them how. And when you tell them how, you have to give up your specs to your machine to tell you
here we go.
How can I fix it? So people don't see it that way. Like they actually had to dance with the devil in the pale of moonlight. They had to go make a deal with the devil.
Batman won.
They had to deal with the devil. So it could benefit, but Microsoft I don't care. This is business. This ain't nothing personal. So I'm gonna give you this great land. know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you this land that's in Manhattan, downtown Los Angeles, downtown OKC, downtown Austin. You know what I'm saying? Downtown Miami, by the beach. You know what I'm saying? And it's for you to build that up. So don't expect it won't be occurrences that PlayStation goes down or stuff like that. Microsoft is there for tech support. Hey, I gave you this. Hey, this is how you work it. This and this and that. Hey, I need this. That's all there. They're not sitting there, people thinking like that. Now, it will be easier for crossplay because it's all balanced. So now, this you know what it benefit? It's a benefit to gamer. So we can go at EA, we can go at 2K and all that and get dedicated servers. That's what should be benefited.
Wow.
Yeah, we all need to mute our mics and let him talk.
Go ahead, continue, 100. Continue.
Yeah, so that's what it benefits. We get us dedicated servers, and it's no excuse anymore. So that's what benefits us as gamers and these third-party games using this peer-to-peer shit. I'm tired of that. We in this 2000 and up team. You know what I'm saying? We can people make servers for fun. You can put servers together. Look what Microsoft doing with xCloud. They using Xbox One X's and put them together and making a server. Come on. So come on, 2K. I'm calling 2K, EA, all the peer-to-peers, all that. This time, dedicated servers, because you got no excuse no more, because you have two of the juggernauts of the game is on the same. It got using the same. Well, can say damn,
infrastructure.
So you can't even trip. That's all I got to say about that.
Yo, hold up. Let's give this mother sucker a round of applause.
I know. Give him a round of applause because it was coherent.
Yo,
it was right.
Yo, that is the realest.
It was on point.
Man.
That's
my man.
That man just came to sending his family on his own little Learjet. And so he comes back proper. He didn't even have any wine, any Doucet. That man said that shit clear and legible. I can't talk tonight. My night's about to get fucked up the longer this show goes.
You know what's funny? Is that
legible.
Hunted actually just like dropped it real hard so fast that the SDF was just like, cut his mic. Cut it right now because they don't want to hear the truth.
Yes, two handsome individuals at Comic-Con out there in the public. Let's go.
I'm still waiting for my bloody and lemon show. I need it.
Hey, listen.
I need it.
We working on the Dragon's Blood podcast. All right, we working on it.
Yeah. Facts,
the Dragon's Blood. That's perfect. That's perfect. I need a 100 and lemon show. I need a. Dragons
everybody can call him. Yo, listen, man.
I need it.
But we working. You work too. God damn it.
Well, I've been off. I'm on vacation right now. I'll be going back to work here.
I feel like the big brother that just saw his little brother graduating college. Thank you, 100. I knew you had it in you, bro.
Man, that was.
I knew it.
Man, I knew I had you on this show for something.
Because when I was talking about that cross play and the fans wanted it, you ridiculed me about 4 weeks ago.
Kudastina, you right. I am drinking for Christmas. Christmas is a happy time for me.
You got the super team over there.
Yes, look at that. Look at that.
I'm sad because I wasn't in that picture. I was like, then it would have been the dream team.
All right. So, all right, cool. So, anyway, you could have fit back there. You could have sat with the ladies back there in the back.
Hey, at least I would be around the ladies. I'm just saying.
You could have sat on Infamous lap.
No, he could have sat. No, no, probably because
That's a baby
got this crush on.
That was a baby seat.
No. Charisse.
Nah, he can't sit on.
Yeah, Charisse. I would have shot with Charisse.
You would have tried.
That's my boo.
You'd have been.
She would have took me real quick. That's my boo. You leave her alone.
Charisse would have snatched his ass up, said mine.
Yup, you already know.
Until K Mega walked into the scene, so that's what it was.
Nah, she'd still take me over you any day.
Never.
Always.
Never.
Hey,
when
you can't help that.
When these ladies see this beard, that's over here flexing right now. I'm gonna go to the barber so I can get it trimmed up some more. It's over.
Hey, it's okay.
It's over.
We'll see. We'll see next year because every year this boy keeps getting beautiful and the ladies love me. You saw me this year at E3.
Oh man,
just we wait till next year.
I can't wait.
We saw you all right. Yeah, we saw you.
Oh shit!
Let's not do that. Okay. Anyway, let's go to the next topic quickly before 100 starts going left. All right. So. I'm waiting for Prometheus to disappear. Just like I said,
I just did it.
Yeah, you just disappeared, so we can get back into it. Oh, look at the team. Look at the team.
Woo!
Look at the team. Look at them dudes right there, man. Got to give a big shout out to Southbound, to Colt, to Megatron, Tim Dog, man. Who was that? Hip Hop Gamer, the Iron
Xbox
Lords,
Junkie, Jazzy Noob.
Xbox Jumpy, Jazzy Noob. Man, they would show me the ladies from GWG, Red Infamy, Mamacita.
What's her name? Queen what?
Yeah, Mad Queen.
Mad Queen.
Congratulations on your marriage. Nice. I'm right behind you, young lady.
Shout out to that E3 outro, them 3 kings right there.
Yeah, look at that.
Next year gonna be glorious, baby. It's gonna be glorious.
Oh, that's because we're gonna have the whole team on deck, the rest of the GRG family, not just who's on the show, but who else gonna be there? We gonna have the Don.
The Don's gonna be there this year.
Xbot gonna be there.
Hopefully, Xbot and O Snaps will be there this year. I hope.
Oh, they said they're going.
Xbot gonna be there in a Jodeci hoodie.
Triple Chuck gonna be there. We're gonna have the Louisiana homies out there.
If I can get up, boy, Triple Cup, from representing the Yang Gang, we can get live going. Okay, so
Gator meat
and all the Smash are gonna be there. So all the family gonna be there.
Okay, so all right, now what we did, this is the great segue. I was waiting for this moment. That's what it is. So as you can see right here, for the people that are watching watching the stream as well, you see this, right? Yeah, this is not a real person. This is made. That's what's old gameplay. All this stuff that you see in the storm right here, when I first seen this, I said, oh my God, what's happening? This isn't real, ladies and gentlemen. This is in-engine gameplay.
From where?
From the same engine that Hellblade is using.
Ooh.
Unreal Engine. This stuff without DirectX 12 yet. Well, some with DirectX 12, some without DirectX 12 yet.
Let me look at this video and say what it's not doing. Impossible.
Okay, so let me go ahead. Infernal Lock, what's going on? Yes, pay the bills. He said, you see the article that Randy Pitchfork said? Yes, we will definitely talk about what my man Rand said. But look at this. The dude that played Smeagol. My precious.
Come on. No. If you're going to do it right, at least do it right. My precious.
Anyway, so regardless of that, look at this is old stuff that was brought up in 2018. 2018 using the Unreal Engine 4. Now,
and that was on a 1080 Ti graphic card.
Yeah, so understand, this stuff that you're looking at, this is old stuff. So we're moving on to the next topic, which is talking about Digital Foundry, right? Digital Foundry came out and had a video, and then of course, here comes the stands wanting to try to ridicule Microsoft. We also even had a game developer, the person that made Borderlands 3, good game, enjoyed Borderlands 3, really fun, come out and go after Phil Spencer himself.
Actually, that's the CEO. Randy Pitchford is the CEO of Gearbox.
Of Gearbox, yeah. Right. He goes after Phil Spencer behind this trailer.
Okay, now, everyone's thinking that we were thinking that was gameplay. No one thought it was gameplay. No one was that stupid. It was in the engine.
But hold on. Let me finish. But the one thing about this is that, because I'll go to you first, Bloody, because I know you're gonna be long-winded on this. But this is the thing that, just to introduce people to it. As the stuff that you're seeing right here, this is all in-engine technology from Unreal Engine 4. So, again, this is old stuff, and it's made easier. It's made more for people to. They said the technology is ridiculous with photorealistic, all that, right? So again, Digital Foundry comes in and talks about a trailer that they have nothing to. They have nothing that could be presented from them from Microsoft. They just go on their own thoughts about the trailer, thinking that it's more hogwash than it is. Maybe this console could be capable. So I'm going to go to you, Bloody. Do you feel that Digital Foundry is right to try to downplay this without having the proper the proper tech in their hands, or do you feel like it's just it is what it is? They have the right to kind of downplay this, to try to settle gamers down, to not make them have these over expectations.
Yes or no.
Okay.
One, they do have a right to one, make sure to settle expectations, but the aspect of that, if they're going to do it, is they need to use the proper information and everything that's provided, because they've been called out on the fact that sometimes they don't even get footage, and they're using screen captures of others to do their counts. I was like, they were claiming that everyone thought that this was actual gameplay footage. No one was that stupid, because of the fact that one, Phil said this is in-game rendered, that what Ninja Theory was working on ahead of time. And before the trailer, it even said in-engine. Everyone knew this was in-engine. It wasn't like what Ubisoft tried to claim back before the launch of the Xbox One and the PS4, with what they did with Watch Dogs way back before, saying everything that you saw was actual gameplay footage, everything's going to happen, when we knew that wasn't. That was all CGI, just like it was last gen. Now we're starting to see everything that they show is actually rendered in engine, because these engines are able to absolutely utilize it. You didn't see them trying to claim anything when they showed off that Godfall trailer for the PS5.
Facts.
No, they said that was in-engine rendering as well. But you don't see them trying to turn around and say, oh, everyone thought this is gameplay trailer and that's accurate. No, they need to keep it consistent across both and provide the right information. Everyone knew that both of these trailers for these next-gen games were in-engine rendering, because we're finally at the point where these next-gen engines are capable of doing. We've known that Unreal has always been powerful and what it's been capable of doing, and we've heard a lot of early reports of what the new Unreal engine was going to be capable of doing. We even had some behind-the-scenes words from the Don himself that he couldn't talk in depth about, but now that it's kind of off in more public, he's given some heads up about some of those things. We know this is exactly what it's capable of, and that's without the DirectX 12 that's going to be baked into the new GPU and everything that's going to be capable with the new Xbox. We don't know what Sony has on their side, but we know that these engines are absolutely capable of everything that we are seeing. This is all in-engine rendering, and that's not without all the extra aspects when you add in all the smaller engines that have other art assets and physics and things like that, and really show off what can be done. They have a right to show and keep everyone's expectations tempered, but they also need to make sure, as I said, being fair, have the right information, have the right tools and assets to make those assumptions without going off and claiming one thing or citing something that has no sources of validation and then claiming that's what everyone was saying when that is not the case. That is where it needs to be.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. Go ahead, 100. Go ahead, jump in.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm bringing my man, my deacon over there, my assistant pastor, 108, because I went off on the day about this. Okay, they didn't have solid footage.
Look at Khaleesi. Hold on, 100. Look at Khaleesi. This is old footage. Look at Khaleesi's badass right here on the screen. Like
I'm not stabbing that. Not the way Jon Snow did.
Yeah, because I look like she got that killer. Because Jon Snow was lost, Jack. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I don't know what to do. He lost all of his. Yeah, well, no. Because if you try to do it, you might go farther deep into that pit. You know what I'm saying? And want to go inside the mother dragons and be a dragon. But anyway, Jon Snow was caught off guard. But regardless of that, I mean, just look at these graphics. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, look at these. This is old stuff. Everything that I'm showing you is from 2018. Like, this is insane. And don't tell me that games can't look like this when you look at games like The Last of Us 2. You look at what's going on with other games that's coming down the pike. Like, how is it that
games can't look like that?
Games can't look like that. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, 100.
Yeah, 100.
All right. I said this earlier in my little boring cast.
It wasn't boring. It was popping. Go ahead. Stop doing that.
No, when I say I'm boring, I was bored. That's why I decided to do it. So, Digital Foundry don't have the hard video that's from Microsoft. Microsoft didn't send it to them and nothing that. They doing what I would do, you would do, and everything. I have software that I can rip anybody's video. I can rip it legally or illegally. I can rip it if I want to rip it. when I rip it, I still not getting the whole video. So when you do upload the video to YouTube or to Facebook or whatever, it is compressed. So
highly compressed. Highly.
Yeah. So when you compress it, that means you lose quality. You lose everything.
A ton of it.
What Microsoft showed there was their hard copy, and nobody else wasn't gonna get it.
Right.
Unless they send it to them. You know what I'm saying? So Killer, you know what I'm saying? I know he don't like to be called that, but you know what I'm saying, the great Phil Spencer sit there and said something today like, no.
Dominus Maximus Spencer.
No.
It's Philosaurus Rex.
Oh, that's
why
your term.
Why are you killing? Why are you trying to kill something that you don't have a hard copy on? But you don't do this to PlayStation games, but you want to do this to an Xbox game, and you go through and through, but you have a compressed version of the game. And then my thing is, why everybody counts Digital Foundry like they don't end all. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Xbox too. He made the biggest discovery of this generation, called the motherfuckers digital fuckery. I got to give the man credit. That's some of I couldn't have thought about that one. They give you what they want to give you, and people run with it. And then you get your favorite YouTubers or whatever you like, and they want to sit there and they run with nonsense because the stuff ain't true. You know what I'm saying? It's not true. But when you come over here on GRG or something, and we sit there and try to preach you the gospel of this video game stuff, y'all, you know, people want to call us frauds. But we don't know what we're talking about. But they have compressed footage that they ripped off the Video Game Awards. So how can you run that through their machines? It's other people that said that look great, and they got machines just like Digital Foundry. Digital Foundry ain't the end all. We need to, like I said, just like CD.
They're not even in the top 5.
I don't listen to them for this because they've been wrong a whole lot of time. And like I said, the guy that I met from Digital Foundry, he was hyped about the X1. I saw him at the Bethesda thing. I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, no, he's a nice guy. Yeah.
Ledbetter.
He turned around and was like, man, what the? You know what I'm saying? But I know it's business.
They do stuff for clicks.
But I know it's business, and y'all go click on it. And
Ledbetter does it right.
And like 100 is saying, you know, they know better. They know what they're doing. But they put themselves in the realm like they the Bibles of console information, whereas you got Linus Text, Jay's 2 Cents, Tom's Hardware. They wouldn't even go on their channel. Those are the real dudes that do technical specs for these video games, and they're more on the PC side, but they have the proper equipment to count pixels. They don't take in games and count pixels on people's shoulders and arms or staircases on telephone wires and say, oh, this is 720p 30. You see, a lot of people. I'll wait my turn. My bad.
I'm done. I told you go on, Pastor. Go on, Pastor.
Okay.
Go ahead, Lemon.
Okay. In-game engine. I'm gonna name some games. In-game engine. Killzone in-game engine. The scene where they showed for the PS3, the Killzone.
No, that was CGI.
No. They showed in-game engine. Let me finish, Bloody. They had one CGI, that was the original. Then they showed in-game engine. In-game engine is Gears of War. Gears of War cutscenes are in-game engine. It is the game. When you hear somebody say things are in-game engine, that's the game engine running the cutscene. That's what that stands for. Now, when you go to Gears and you play the cutscene, it goes right in the gameplay, right? Killzone.
The new ones do, yeah.
No, they always did.
Some of them had to do quick cuts.
But they always was in-game engine.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna tell you another game. Tomb Raider, in-game engine, from cutscene to gameplay. God of War, all of them. Cutscene to gameplay. So when you hear in-game engine, that's what the engine is capable of doing. There is no other definition for it. Now, Digital Foundry cannot take a video they rip from the internet and then put out a video saying what the system might be able to do and resolution or this might just be a scene for this. If you notice, they never said anything they said was factual. They just was saying in their perspective.
Right. That's the word right there.
And this is why I tell people, stop taking your feelings and running with it. Don't say the Xbox One X is 8K machine when they say it's 8K compatible. Your 360 is 8K compatible. Your Switch is 8K compatible. Don't say it's an 8K machine. Stop twisting words on what you want things to be. Now, I respect Digital Foundry. They do know what they're talking about, but they do a lot of clickbait. The reason Microsoft gave them the Xbox One X is to shut their asses up. Why would they give them the Xbox One X to run a test in Forza? Because remember, initially they said no console at this price point could do 4K 60, anything with 4K textures. They gave them an in-depth, hands-on with Forza. Dude, remember the video? Well, we think these are mock-up videos. We don't believe that they're drawing all the cars in 4K in the distance compared to the car you're seeing. This is Digital Foundry's words. But when Microsoft gave him that X, you see that changed.
It sure
because
did.
they're watching it from a video. And I want people to understand, you can't take a video from a 4K movie and put it on YouTube and copy it and get the same format as a hard copy. You cannot tell from that. You need a direct feed. You know where direct feed comes from? A capture card. If they didn't capture that footage from a capture card from a Xbox Series X, they cannot tell from a video what's going on.
Yep, that's what I said. The stream captures. Yeah, they don't do capture cards.
It's impossible. So stop with the nonsense. You see, you untech people, and this is no discredit to you. This is why you got people like me, because I know the difference. I listen to Digital Foundry, but I know when they go on left. They went left, all the way left, with that Hellblade 2 video.
Now,
you can't a video anything does. I don't care if it's a Pac-Man game. You cannot tell what a game is running from a video.
Now let me go ahead and give a shout out to our boy the Don. He's in the chat with us. And Don has been very critical of Digital Foundry. That's no secret. But of course, Don in his cool way about how he does it. You know, he's breaking it down like he normally does about it. He says it's up to the people if they think the Digital Foundry is position of authority. I have never looked at them as a position of authority, no matter what the game is. Now that's the thing right there. So I will ask you this, Lemon, before I move on to Livewire, but he is right, because there have been Xbox fans, and you make that point as well, that when it didn't benefit the Xbox brand, there's been a lot of the PlayStation fanboy community that went after it and used that as part of their ammunition. Then, the point that you just made about with Forza, when Digital Foundry actually got their hands on the game, then they had to backtrack and say, "Whoa, this is the real deal. We were wrong."
Oh, hold on.
And
what was their main explanation? They said they don't know how they're achieving it. You know why? I keep telling people, there's 3 companies in the world that got the top engineers on the planet:
that.
Apple, Samsung, and Microsoft. Nobody beats their engineers. Nobody.
No, you're right, and that's the thing right there that I was just saying is that. That's why I was asking you. Keep that same energy on both ends. Like, you got some PlayStation fans. We got one in here. Well, we got a couple. We got quite a few PlayStation fans that's in here, but we have one that's more outspoken than others that are trying to use what they're saying on being on speculation as ammunition for them to say that what they show with Hellblade is not what gamers are going to get the chance to see in reality. And when it came down to when they was talking about, let's say, for games for like Red Dead, when the X destroyed everything in their wake, you didn't hear anything from them. And then you also had Xbox fanboys go crazy and say, "Oh, hey, look at this. Look at this." You see what I'm saying? So is it fair to use Digital Foundry only for personal gain for whatever side that you enjoy?
Nope.
No.
That's why I said it's got to be. It's got to be.
I'm gonna tell you a game.
I'm talking to Lemon. I'll get to you.
I'm gonna tell you a game that you know it kills me when these fake tech people. Because if you were so technical, y'all always have 4K TVs high end. Y'all always be ready for 8K next generation, and you're not. You want 8K, but you can't afford no 8K TV, $5,000-$6,000. You can't do that. But let's get into the facts here.
But they still own that 1080p because they got that for $50.
No. It's not even about insulting nobody's pockets. It's about these fake dudes that get out here and talk about something that they not invested in. Facts. You talk about VR, you're not invested. I'm invested. 100's invested. I know several people who invested. Get on VR. They have the VR experience. But we're gonna get into the subject. Now, Titanfall 2 came out, was inferior to the PlayStation version. The PlayStation community. Oh, look! X is not that powerful. This, that, and the third. Remember that? And then the developer said, oh, this is new hardware. We're learning it. We're running the game 6K internally for the Xbox One X. And now we're giving you 4K 60 native with a patch. What happened to those people? What happened?
Quiet.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I don't really get into the console war. This is why if you play games, do gaming. Stop trying to pretend you're a tech person, because now you're in my realm. And when you step into my realm, you better have your gloves on, because if you're gonna talk crazy, I don't care what system it's for. Switch, PlayStation, like still today, Ace Combat runs better on the Pro. That's a fact. That's not my opinion. That's just what it is. But when you start talking tech, you better know what you're talking about. And you better be in that ring with that bread to be a technical person, because it's expensive to be technical.
Yes,
it's expensive to be ahead of the 8 ball. Facts. And when I look at Digital Foundry, if you really want to see Digital Foundry's perfect, clean game capture content, you have to be part of that Patreon to get the behind the scenes 4K download video, which at 15, 16 gigs for a video that they capture. Not the video that's compressed on YouTube. If you want the best content, subscribe to our Patreon. We'll give you the affiliate link and you can download the video. Don't that sound like Richard Ledbetter right now? For a fee. Did you see they said that about that that video from Hellblade 2? Nah, because they captured it from the internet like everybody else. Like me, like 100, like K-Mega, and everybody else who used it. You cannot tell gameplay footage unless you capture it from the console. They haven't even seen the Series X, besides what we all saw. A lot of things is hoopla. I get y'all want to run with it. Y'all want to use it for ammunition, but I always say this. This is the bottom line, and I'm going to be done. When you tweet something, it reflects your intelligence. Facts.
Nice. All right, Live. What is your thoughts about the whole Digital Foundry situation? I mean, do you believe them? Do you feel that there should be some pause when it comes to, like, everybody's so hyped and like, whoa, look at this. This looked like a real person on my screen. This can't be reality. And Digital Foundry saying, pump the brakes. This is just a trailer. This is just a CGI trailer. This is the real deal.
Real quick.
What?
On PlayStation 3, we all remember that demo, that old man's face. Did we ever get those graphics on PlayStation 3?
That was PlayStation 4.
No. That was 3.
No, that was
the old man. No. With the eyes.
No. That was PlayStation 4. That was that Capcom game that never came out. Never got a chance to come out.
Capcom game. It was a demo of an old man's head on PlayStation 3.
The only
with the cell processor advertisement was an old man. He was looking around, had a black screen behind him, had nothing, no shoulders, no nothing. It was a face.
Now the one thing, now what I was I was going to add that on there, but I didn't. Was showing what Detroit looked like when they showed.
Detroit is the truth.
Well, no. No. If you looked at when they first showed Detroit. What Quantum Dream was doing with Detroit back. You
mean with the Kara trailer?
Yeah, with that trailer with the blonde, and they
showed. It was Kara, because that was
Kara.
the character. That was the That was the announcer narrative director that were
right,
showing in the beginning of the game.
Yeah,
they actually utilized her, but they were showing what they were capable of.
Right, they were showing what they were capable of, but then when you seen it in real time, 5 years later, like, my God, Detroit looks outstanding. But anyway, let me just go back to
But that's proper utilization.
Right, yeah.
Quantic Dream always did amazing, and I
You know what?
and so does Ninja
There was a
Theory.
PlayStation 4 tech demo. There was a PlayStation tech demo. PlayStation 4.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, Deep Down. That was the game Deep Down. Yeah, because I always remember, because those games were actually almost made me think about, like, wow, PlayStation has got some really hot games that I really want to play.
Did you ever get a game that looks like that?
Yeah, again, like Deep Down, and then there was also Wild, and you don't hear anything about them.
That was Aquatic Dreams demo. I'm looking at it right now. And we never got nothing that looked that realistic.
Well,
what's the name?
Detroit looks better than what they showed there.
Supermassive did a great job when they released Until Dawn, and then look at what they turned around and did again with Man of Medan.
Man of Medan look good, but Man of Medan don't look anything like Detroit. Detroit looks absolutely
Detroit looks real.
Stupid.
Stunning.
All right.
Stunning.
Go ahead, Live. Go ahead. It's your turn.
But I'm saying they're the closest ones who came up to that.
It's Live's Wire's turn. Come on. Go ahead, Live.
I look at it this way. The thing about Digital Foundry, first and foremost, they said they don't know. At the end of the day, they said they don't know about anything. They're just like, oh, well, they possibly did this and possibly did that, but we don't really know. So, I mean, I just take it as a grain of salt. Like, they don't know. They haven't sat down with Microsoft, so it's to be expected. They're just guessing, just like everybody else. Mm-hmm. But I guess they felt they needed to use skepticism instead of just saying it's 100% real. Just based on Microsoft's reputation, I guess. And it's not that they don't have super graphical games, but the reputation is not the same as Sony, where Sony, they have a reputation of making their games look, have that graphical polish on it. Yeah, the textures aren't necessarily the best, but they still have more games of that ilk. So, I guess that's the reasoning behind it. But at the end of the day, I take it with a grain of salt. I wait for the console to tell me what's really up, because them speculating, it doesn't really tell me much of anything.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, look, if they had actual tech from if they had like something that was from the game itself, and then they could actually come and do this, then that's different. But just like, and if people have been paying attention to me on Twitter, I'll be like, there's no way that looks like that. Like, games can't look like this. But then I go back, and that's why I showed the gameplay. Well, not the gameplay, but I actually showed these clips of what games look like running off of this Unreal Engine 4 just last year. Like, and it looks better than most of the stuff that we're playing now. But if you look at the games that we're playing now this year, look at Plague's Tale, how graphically stunning that looks, and that's from a lower developer. You look at Star Wars, how great that looks. You see Bloody's gameplay. You look at like I said, The Last of Us 2. Like, The Last of Us 2 is a showcase. Even Death Stranding is a showcase graphically. Like, look,
graphically it's beautiful.
Yeah, like how is it that those games could look like that, and we're talking about hardware that is now going to be 6 years old, but yet with the new consoles, we can't. No, that's not even possible. That's not feasible because it's not on the console of your preference. Because I guarantee when PlayStation shows that first game that comes from whatever game that may be, and they show those facial textures and things like that, oh, it's believable then. But you're going to get the same energy from the same people because you thought that Oh, no. Hellblade can't look nothing like that. I think these consoles are going to be close in graphical power. I think the key here at the end of the day is going to be Xbox trump card, and always their trump card. And that was part of that unicorn, and that is their servers, and that is DirectX 12. That's something that Sony don't have. But anyway, go ahead, Live. I'm sorry.
I was just saying that I think that one of the reasons why there was a big hoopla about it is when you see that Hellblade trailer, you don't sit there and think, well, I can't wait to see what PlayStation shows us, because right now people are looking at that like, nah, dog, I don't think you can get any better than that. That shit look real as fuck. Like, yeah. Like nobody's looking at that thinking, well, PlayStation could do better. People are looking at that shit like, how is that fucking even possible?
That's how I was looking at it. Like, what?
That's why you have a lot of people that are like naysayers, because they're looking at like, how is this possible? Not, oh man, I can't wait until the PlayStation shows us. Because even if they have something that looks great, nobody thinks it's gonna look better. Not from what we saw. That shit looks crazy, dog.
Yeah, looks amazing. Like that's the thing to me. Like because Lemon called me, he was the first one to call me. Like I got hit by people on online on Xbox but Lemon was the first one to call me, and I was standing up after I seen the reveal, and I was just walking around pacing. My old lady was like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" I said, "I seen something that it couldn't be real."
You running around doing the Vince Carter and shit.
No, not at that time, because I was more in shock. Because, like I said, like you know what I'm saying, big shout out to my boy Boom. He got him the same television that I got. He got that QLED 6. He got that QLED 6, that big shit, right? So
yeah, the good stuff.
And he's you know what I'm saying, and so he'll get to see this. Like, what I seen on my television was something that I said, oh, this is a great CGI trailer to get people going. But I kept going back and it's saying in engine. I'm like, wait a minute. No, bruh. Y'all frauding the public. I'm saying this. When you go to check my receipts and check my tweets, I'm like, this can't be real. This can't be. But the one thing that got me to make this more believable to me is that Phil Spencer is actually sticking his neck out even more than he's ever had when everybody is being so hardcore saying that this shit ain't true. You're lying to the public. Mm-hmm. Phil has come out on 3 different occasions and said to not only Digital Foundry, but he's even sit there, and even when the man from the CEO of Gearbox even questioned, saying, look, you don't have this. You got to see this for yourself. You ain't making no new Gearbox game to understand what this shit is doing right here. You don't know. And we don't have no idea what the PlayStation 5 is going to be capable of as well. Why is it that nobody look, I understand that as a gamer, we have had some of the best looking games that we've ever seen in our entire lives. But
facts.
This thing has been built for a reason, to look like it looks. And I think the PlayStation 5 is going to look completely different than what we're traditionally looking at. Like, these consoles are going to be bigger and way more friendlier to carrying power than we've ever seen in our entire lives. I think if people want to knock how the Series X looks, because it looks like a little PC, and then what the PlayStation, when we seen the prototype of what the PlayStation 5 might look like, it looks like you driving some shit on the Enterprise. Whatever the case may be, I don't care. That's why I say, fuck what the console looks like. Give me this power, because I'm ready to spend. I want to see it. So go ahead, Live. I'm sorry. I just like, come on, guys. Let's look at this for what it is, man. Like, the technology is here. It's ready.
Yeah, people are just skeptical.
Yeah, I know.
When you see something like that, and it's just, you don't believe it at first, but I would say this: over the years, I don't remember Microsoft really trying to fool the public as far as with their graphics, because I think out of everybody, that they'll be called out for it.
Yes.
So there's no point for them trying to do it, because people will see it when they get the console.
Right.
So what would be the point of getting people hyped for something that they know they can't deliver? But if you know you can deliver, then you kind of walk around with your chest poked out. You ready to it's almost like when you walking around like you Deontay Wilder, right? You're like, look, man, I got this power. You're like, I might not be, the sharpest, when it comes to doing certain things, but man, when I got this one hitter quitter,
facts.
He was like, listen, all that's the main equalizer right there. Yeah, I might slip up on some games here and there, but when I bring out that one hitter quitter, man, you're gonna be sleeping talking about graphics.
Right.
And I think that's what Microsoft realized that they gotta be able to do.
But like, can I ask you one question?
Yeah, go ahead.
When it was always been about graphics, what about gameplay?
It's about gameplay too.
Yeah, but remember,
graphics.
No, because
graphics from the industry.
Huh? Yeah, but
graphics
but
you
want to talk about
not
graphics.
Necessarily,
though, I don't want to play.
I
don't want.
No.
I don't want to play a graphics ass game. Look at all these damn indie games.
No. You're right. What I'm saying
and they get praised. They win all these awards. Right. They do all this stuff.
Yeah,
but listen,
I gotta agree with 100 on that one as well, though.
No, he's right. I didn't say he's wrong. But when you demonstrating new next gen hardware and everything is about power, people want to see graphics.
No, you're right.
Get in the gameplay later.
Right about
get in the gameplay later.
Yeah, 108, you're right about that.
They want to see what these machines. Remember, this is the first real generational leap in CPU power. Besides the GPU, because the GPUs has always been stronger than the CPU. Because remember, when the 360 was popping, it had more RAM than most people's computers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now that they're talking about next generational leap, we went through this generation, 2013. The PlayStation 4 was a 1080p machine, but low settings, and the Xbox One was a 720p to 900p low settings machine. They had to bring out two systems to give like a mid-generation refresh because they were so inferior at launch. Now, next generation, they're talking about graphics, ray tracing, CPU power, double the GPU. So the first thing people want to see is, what am I going to spend my money on? They want to see graphics first. Now, once they get the graphics,
you want to see it. The normal consumer don't give a damn about no ray tracing.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't know nothing about no damn ray tracing. They know about Instagram models, but they don't know about no damn ray tracing.
100.
They don't know about the term.
Hold on. He's right. People don't even know that ray tracing is fancy lights with shadows. That's what it is. People don't understand what that brings. What I'm saying is, they're talking all this big talk. The first thing they want to see is a video like Hellblade 2, because we all, I called both of my brothers. I called K Mega. I called 100. Did you see Hellblade 2? I'm not a Hellblade 1 fan.
I praise that game.
No.
Oh, I love Hellblade. What up, Xbox 448? Hold on, let me pay the bills. Let me pay the bills before you finish. Sir X-Man, he said, my posse's on Xbox. You are showing your age, bruh, because you trying to throw that Sir Mix-a-Lot on our ass.
My posse on Broadway.
Yeah, my posse on Broadway. Me and Kissensation are home, away from home with the drop top there with the cellular phone. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Oh, shit.
But
I was about to throw that shit, boy. I got that album.
Hey, listen, we ain't drunk in 100's house anymore. We can't be doing that.
Let me finish. Right, what I'm saying is, when you come out the box for a next generation system, they didn't showcase an indie game for PlayStation 4 and Xbox. You understand? You know, even though Xbox confused the hell out of the community and talked about NFL TVs and picture, they did show Forza. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation did. They showed videos of games that he had coming out. People want to see graphics when they go into the next generation. And Microsoft did something that they don't usually do. They came out with a banger. This is our console. And he did say this is extremely early
in development. Yep.
And he showed a video. Microsoft don't do that.
Nope.
They usually wait and then hold on to it. So I was like, my God. The internet said, my God. PlayStation haters and lovers said, my God. The Xbox haters said, my God. The point got across. This is where we going. Now, indie games are always going to be a factor, but people want to see the incremental update to these new consoles. The X is a problem. People know that. The Pro is really for VR. They didn't really try to aim at the fences. Not that Sony couldn't have aimed at the fences. Microsoft aimed at the fences because Phil took over. Don Matrick dropped the ball. Phil said, this is my system. And this is where we're going from here. And he said we won't give up the power narrative ever again. Because for 2 generations, they had that power narrative. I'm just saying. I'm done. I'm just saying.
So Live, you got more to say? Go ahead.
I was just saying basically, man, you know, with that fear, it's the fear factor, man. You know, that's the thing that you see people like, you know, coming up with all these, can't possibly be, and yada yada yada. But like I said, man, Microsoft they're not in a position to lie. It's not gonna make them look good. So whatever they show, they gotta prove.
They gotta back it up.
Right.
And they came out early with it, right? So if they came out early with it, you know that they got something up their sleeve. And more than likely, that's not even probably the best of what they got. They probably saving that for E3. It's probably in the middle. I would say that. It's something that's like, it's top shelf, but it might not be the best of the best. You know,
but why they not talking about that montage video where it show a little bit of Forza? It shows you like FIFA. That look like a FIFA game. It's a football game.
Yeah, that's FIFA.
We got the marketing right.
Yeah.
Are you sure it was?
Well, we don't know if it's FIFA because PlayStation got FIFA license just recently.
That may have been PES.
It was never said.
So we don't know what the hell it is. That's what I'm sitting there like. Why they not dissecting that one?
No, because that was CG. That was
CG.
They want to dissect what Phil said. That's what they want to do. Yeah. Because it brings more controversy.
That was more impressive to me than Hellblade.
But it wasn't in game. It was cutscene.
No,
but
they want to agree with that. Hellblade looked like that. I'm
not talking about when I say more impressive. They were showing different. Like Hellblade, it was just like boom, boom. But it's like you showing us different things. Like when you saw Master Chief and he was sitting there off the cliff. That was the end of the Halo that broke up. In the in the what you call it in the trailer.
Why they didn't talk about that environment that they were showing that
with the explosions and then that beautiful.
Right. They didn't talk about none of that because that was in engine. Whatever engine that one.
Don't want to say nothing.
If that's the slip space and look, I went back and I checked out the slip space engine. Again, watch that trailer. And at first, when we seen it at E3, we were kind of like, I was kind of indifferent. I was like, oh, it looks great.
Not me.
It looks great. No. I was like, it looks great. But I'm kind of like, okay, I'm still not there. But going back and watching it again, and big shout out to Tim Dog because he showed it again, right? And I went back and I watched it, and then I'm like, my God, the appreciation of what this is. This could be Xbox's. What is that? The name of the PlayStation's? PlayStation. What is PlayStation's? Decima. What is that?
The Decima engine. That's the one from Guerrilla Games.
This could be the new form of this could be the new staple for Xbox's engine. Like, because the more I looked at that, I'm like, well, damn, this looks sweet. It makes me appreciate things more when you look at it from back instead of just right then and there. Like, it seems like everything is making sense because you're looking at it like it's a trailer. Okay, they're gonna make the game look the best that it looks, but again, it says in engine. So I don't know. Like, I mean, I have no idea what to expect with this new console. All I know is that they had to for this thing to be what it's going to be. And what Lemon said, and what kind of like what Live is alluded to as well, they're not going to showcase anything early unless they know that it's going to get close or right on point to what we seen.
Okay, Mega, what made you buy your TV? You went into that department store, your big box store probably, you know that, and they had that motherfucking display mode, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference between a video company? How many times Sony did it? Microsoft.
No. What changed? What made me get the QLED was the fact that everybody that I talked to that got a QLED, they were like, "Oh man, this TV is serious." And then because I was looking at the OLEDs and the QLEDs, and then I was like, I can wait. I'm cool with my Sony Bravia. My Sony Bravia is doing a fantastic job. But then I seen when they kept the X kept promoting QLED, and then I found myself falling. And I've never been the biggest fan of Assassin's Creed, and I said, okay, all right, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and risk it all. Let's risk it all, because I told you guys back then.
When you went into that department store and looked at it for your own eyes, right? It was set in what? Display mode, right?
No.
That's what both companies. They wasn't. That was set in display mode. It's all department stores set their TVs in display mode.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know what modes they were, but I'm just saying when I walked in
display mode, so they want you to buy. So they get the biggest action. They get the biggest clips of every action.
That's what I'm going to clarify. That's what I'm going to clarify with you, 100. Is that the Best Buy that I go to it quite a bit, because I mean I'm always getting tidbits for something or whatever. So the guys that I know out here where I live, close to I live, they know what I look like. So they go in there and say, "What are you looking for now?" And so when I told them I was looking for a television, they broke it down to me and they said, "Hey, look, if you are a movie aficionado, whatever, the OLED is where you need to be. The QLED is not on the same level as what the OLED is if you are a movie fiend." And so I'm like, no, I don't watch. I watch movies, I buy movies, but I'm more of I like watching sports and watching politics. That's me. But I play games more than anything. And they said, well, this is the QLED. And I said, Xbox was over here promoting that, and they had a stand with the Xbox One X with the QLED. And I said, you know what, this looks good. And I brought up the same point that you did. I said, but this is a display. This is something to make me want it. For the price that you're asking me for a damn television, you got to give me more. And so I said, I'm kind of been excited about this Assassin's Creed Origins. So what they did for me, they went and they got the game and they put it into the Xbox One X for me. And then that's what sold me. That's what sold me. When I seen what that game looked like on the X on that television, I said, holy shit. I said, what? When he was walking in them caves with that damn lantern, I mean with the not lantern, but with the fire stick or whatever, walking inside the pyramid or whatever, with that fire, I said the reflections, the lighting, I've never seen anything like it. And I played it on my Bravia first, and I thought it looked beautiful, but that took it to a whole nother level. So I said, I want that TV. He says, well, we got some in stock. I said, no, I want this TV. I don't want none of that shit you got in the back. I want that one. And so that's when I paid close to $3,000 for it. I said, give it to me. Give it here. I want it. That TV right there, you put another motherfucking TV on display. Then they gave it to me. That's what sold me right there. So, sorry. So, I mean, that's what it is. I'm sorry to go long on that, but that's what sold me. And that's when I seen that the power of what the Xbox One X can do with a great television, it just blew my fucking mind. I was like, well, no. And so, like I was saying, when I seen what Hellblade 2 looked like on that trailer, which I'm still skeptical, because I'm like, it can't be, because it made my eyes bleed. It made me pace my game room, made me walk into the front room like, baby, I don't know what I've seen. I don't know if this is true or not. It can't be. This looks too real. It looked like the actress that did the facial recognition, and they just threw her in there to say, look, this is what this game's going to look like. And then, of course, when they showed the rock monster and all that shit with the people with the tiki torches and they walking around and they flaming the fire, I'm like, that shit can't be real.
That wasn't tiki torches.
No, well, I know what you're saying, but the torches. But I'm just kind of like, what in the fuck am I looking at right here? This is on another level. It is absolutely insane to me. And so
we'll talk about that sound design, though.
Yeah, right.
That got me hyped.
Right.
That Celtic war drum.
Right. I watched that trailer probably close to 200 times now. I cannot stop watching it. And now since I got a new phone, and I'm looking at it now, and I look at that now, I'm like, this shit is stupid. This is crazy what I'm seeing. Like, I sit there and I had to watch The Last of Us 2 trailer on my new phone, and then I watched Ghost of Tsushima, and then I watched Hellblade again, and I'm like, what if this is stupid? If this console actually puts graphics that look anything like this, because with everything that I've seen, Hellblade 2 kills it all. Not looks better, but kills it, like dominates it. I'm like, wow. So for them to be, and when we was at E3, and when we was at Game Fest and all that, they were so confident. Like Kareem was stupid confident. Like, we have been waiting. And when we went out there and we was in the bar and we was talking with the engineers and the testers and all of these people that's been working on the controller and the console, everybody had this hype, this sense of absolute confidence. They said, what do you think about the show? The show was good. We thought the show was cool. But
not to mention, don't forget the fact that they were super confident in Xbox, because they're just like, hey, we already know what Stadia is doing. Yeah, we ain't worried. They
were so confident. And it was amazing. But anyway, I'm over here. I'm sorry, Sir X Man. I know that you posted something right here. I just got into my feelings for a second because I was just talking about how excited that I am about what the future is going to behold with gaming. He said Xbox stole the show. People didn't remember who won the awards, but all they remembered was Xbox 2's unrevealing facts. And that's it. They stole the show. They did, like I said, the marketing team that this whole new Xbox marketing team that's popping up here all of a sudden, they have been doing masterfully well. And I don't believe that Phil Spencer would stick his neck out like he did, and especially with he's done it before, and he's got it chopped with Scalebound, with Crackdown 3, and for other things previous. But he's coming out here with his chest bowed, like he's going after people. He's not going after anybody. He's still being gentle and kind, but he's killing you with this softness. Like, listen, I understand that I respect Digital Foundry, but you're wrong. You're wrong. What I got here is this, and I got that secret recipe, DirectX 12. You guys need to respect this. And that right there to me is what is the biggest difference. Not this VR, whatever the fuck that shit is. You know I'm not all technical on this shit. The shit that D-Batch and them is talking about that's exclusive for till 2037 and all that stuff.
Was it
VR
volumetric shadow rate.
Yeah. I don't.
VRS.
Because I don't think that's the thing. I don't think that's the ticket. I think what it is DirectX 12. And what Microsoft is trying to do is what I've been saying for a very long time is Microsoft is trying to get their technicals into anything and everything in the industry, and it's going to be to a point to where everybody's going to want to use DirectX 12 instead of using whatever that else that's available. So I don't know. I'm sorry guys. I know I overtalked, but 100, go ahead and finish, or if not, then I'll go back to I'm gonna go to you, Bloody, and let you go ahead and break it down. Go ahead, Bloody. Go to Bloody.
I thought you said that you were gonna go to them first. And then
I went to live. Live was speaking.
I pretty much put in all my input throughout.
All right, I know you've been quiet for a while. Do you want to touch on this on any bit?
Oh yeah, I'll be real quick. As far as digital Foundry and whatnot, like this fiasco is as big as it is because the gaming community, from the Xbox fans, podcasters, PlayStation fans, podcasters, and whatnot, we put too much emphasis on them throughout this entire generation. I've been guilty of that too as well.
Yeah, also, that was the first one you went to.
Huh?
No, K-Meg was going back to me. I was like, wait, I was the first one who talked about this shit with them.
yeah, that's definitely true. But as far as going forward, like after the Spider-Man fiasco, like they're saying like the Islamic Center change for the suit was artistic choice, and like it blew from there, Publicate, all that crap. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to back away from this because this is getting real stupid at this point. So as far as they're defending what they say about Hellblade, like at the end of the day, it's their educated guess for the most part. But at the end of the game, we all knew that's in-game engine. It's not gameplay. No one's expecting texture pops in like they mentioned in their video or whatnot. Dude, no one's really even thinking about that or was expecting that from the footage. All it's doing is show the capabilities of their engine that they're working with right now and what's going to happen on Xbox Series X. So a lot of people in the community pose a really important question that we should think about is like, are Digify the de facto leader as far as going forward with I guess judging video games from a visual standpoint from the technical side? I think no, we shouldn't at this point. We're at a point now we have enough information available to us so you can make an own educated guess about what you're looking at on the screen. Of course, not be as detailed as them, but I'm pretty sure you can get a very good idea what you're looking at from your own judgment standpoint. So in all honesty, we just need to just phase them out of relevance from here going forward. I think that'll be the best thing. I think that'll be the best course of action because right now it's probably gonna get worse and worse. Because I know people are relying on for fanboy wars, but like you have to see at this point, yes, I'm not gonna say they're biased, but they know what they're doing. This is a business. It gets the traffic going, gets clicks running for their website and their videos at this point. So they're going to cater to whoever is going to be in their best interest for that. But that also means that no one's safe to a degree. Like anyone can get that work from them.
Right.
So like you're really dancing with the devil at this point. So it would be everybody's best interest just leave them alone at this point. Don't give them the attention that they really do not deserve. And that's what I think about this. Oh, and also as far as them trying to deflate the hype around Hellblade 2 footage, it will be really fucked up if Phil Spencer goes along ahead and gives them the reveal, the X01X specs reveal.
Kind of like what they did with the 1X. With the
yeah, that'll be a real slap in the face. They should really just find someone else. Maybe Lions Tech Tips. Someone else. I'm not sure who else. But like, if they end up going over with them after all this shit, like this is just be stupid at this point.
Nah, I think they rotated because notice they gave GameSpot all the info on the X when it first came out. It seems like they rotate who gets what, balance it out, like so that it's not just one, site that get shit. Because sometimes it'll be GameSpot, then it'll be IGN, then it'll be Game Informer, then it'll be what's the other Giant Bomb. Like they rotate, so they don't just go to one spot.
Yeah, well, hopefully, man. Hopefully.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Let me make another point here. My man, Mr. Kima, he broke it down to me, and he was like, we got to get Mr. Kima on sometime. I know he don't like getting on podcasts, but we got to get him on sometime if he would let us. He said the split engine, the slip space engine was built from the ground up to take advantage of the cloud DirectX and the X Series X. Cost alone $500 million, and that's debatable because they said anywhere from I think from 250 to 400, whatever. But they did say, but the articles did say $500 million to make. But anyway, he said $500 million alone. Anything will be shown. Of course, Microsoft holds back more than we know. It's Microsoft's next gen showcase, heavily vested, and I totally agree. Like, I understand. You know what I'm saying? I understand that we, as gamers, from the outside looking in, we're skeptical with everything, especially if you are an Xbox primarily fan, because you have so many outside voices that likes to drown you out with negativity. And to me, it's kind of like, enjoy your games. It doesn't matter if the game looks like whatever. If as long as it performs and you're entertained, then that's what it is. You can't. That's why I say, like, when these PlayStation stands go crazy, you can't tell me in one instance about Horizon Zero Dawn, Bloodborne, and The Last of Us, but then on the other end you come tell me about, well, oh no, Noonie Cooney is great. That's a cartoon looking game. You can't tell me anything negative about Sea of Thieves. Because Noonie Cooney don't look like The Last of Us. It looks more like Sea of Thieves. You know what I'm saying?
And not just that, it's made by the same studios behind the movies that everyone loves, because it was made by one of the lead artists from Studio Ghibli.
Absolutely. So again, it's more of the things to me is like, look, stop. Like, Xbox fans need to stop getting in their own way by being so overly critical. It's great to want more. It's great to talk about more, but I'm glad that people are starting to see, just like when we talked about in the very first topic was about this hypocrisy of what's going on, is where people are, they oh no, Microsoft so Sony would never want to, they're the market leader. They'll never work with the second, third place competitor. They are. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, with the next topic that we go into, great segue, is Horizon Zero Dawn. And then something that I found out today, because I turned on my PlayStation looking at deals, was trying to buy a couple of games. For some reason, it wouldn't take my PayPal. Like, what the hell? I'm not putting my credit card information into your console ever again. I learned that mistake. So I'm kind of like, all right, maybe I got to put my PayPal in again, which I have no problem with doing. I'll probably do that because I want these. They got a pretty good sale. I want that I want the Fist of the North Star game. It's at a really good reasonable price.
It's so good. If you Yakuza game, RGG Studio, unparalleled. You love Yakuza, you love Judgment. I was like, give that to Kenshiro. I love that game.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna get that game. I'm finna get there was another PlayStation game that I was going to get, and then there was a multiplayer game. I think it was Battlefield 5. I was going to go ahead and get that as well because I'm a big fan of Battlefield.
I'm going to plug this sale real quick. Like, since you talk about PlayStation, if you go to cdkeys.com right now, you can get the complete edition of Horizon Zero Dawn for $8. I'm just saying.
I already got Horizon Zero Dawn.
I'm saying digitally, for those who don't got it, the complete edition, $8 from CD Keys right now for your PlayStation. Go get it. Right. I will sponsor that shit.
Yeah, go get it. And then what I'm going to do, because I'm almost done with Outer Worlds, which is a fantastic game. I cannot believe I liked it because when I played it, when we was talking about it, I was getting into it and stuff like that, and I was probably maybe about almost 20 hours in, maybe about 10, 15 last week. I'm close to the end, and I got to tell you, Jack, man, that story, once it gets down to the nitty gritty, this shit is amazing. Like, gameplay wise, it's simplistic in its own sense or whatever. But when you're talking about the wittiness of the dialogue and then the choices that you make, and because I couldn't get why people were trying to make this out to be like Mass Effect, but then I said, oh, I see now. So anyway, regardless of that, but yeah, I'm almost done with Outer Worlds, and so I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm finna set my Xbox down for a minute, and I'm finna go all PlayStation here until the end of the year. And I'm finna just go ahead and just go through all my PlayStation games that not all of them, but most of them, and just wreak havoc. But yeah, they got the sale there and all this stuff, and I'm excited about this and everything. But the one thing that I seen that tripped me out, because we already knew about the Horizon Zero Dawn coming to PlayStation Now. But there's another game that's also going to PlayStation Now, and I ain't seen one PlayStation fan bring it up. Do you know what that is, guys? Do anybody on this panel know?
God of War.
Oh, God of War is already on there.
Oh, okay.
In there.
Do anybody else know? No, not Death Stranding.
What other greatness could it be?
PlayStation,
no.
PlayStation greatness, baby. Anybody in the chat? Do you know?
Days Get Gone?
Not Days Gone yet.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's all the greatness I know about, apparently.
Persona 5, baby.
Yeah.
Persona 5 is going. Persona 5 is going on PlayStation Now. Where's the PlayStation community at to exploit that? This is why your man, your bro, your real one, K Mega, gets in here and tells you the truth. Fuck the haters, fuck the console war bullshit. Let's just be real. Persona 5 is on PlayStation Now. So I can play Persona 5 on my PC if I choose. I am going to go in on this, but I'm going to let everybody else go first. Op, I'm going to go to you first because I know that you've been kind of the silent one tonight. So before I go ignorant tonight, get my moment.
Oh no!
Oh yeah! I'm going to go in.
He said the drink's kicking in, guys. He said ignorant.
No, the drink isn't kicked in yet, but I'm about to get ignorant because I've made this point so many times. Everybody that's come after me, that's talked bad, just disrespected me and all this, because I've just made my opinion, and my opinion is right at the end of the day. But I'm going to wait till last because everybody else needs to have their point. But what is your thoughts about this now? Because it was speculated that Horizon Zero Dawn was going to be a port, but it's now just going to PlayStation Now, and then also now Persona 5 is also available. What is your thoughts? Really, Op? You sure? You know what? We do this every week. There's always somebody. I know his mic is off, but I thought his mic was off because he was over there doing something. You know what? He's probably sipping on the same thing that my boy Lemon and Bloody is sipping on, Zima with Jolly Ranchers. I don't know if they're lime, cherry.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah. What's going on, man?
I forgot you. I was muted. I forgot.
Okay, go ahead. What is your thoughts about this, man? What's going on?
Yeah, it's crazy. Actually, I missed the news about Persona 5 hitting on PSN, but I knew Horizon Zero Dawn did as well.
I didn't know about it until I seen it when I turned on because I was looking at their sales because they got some great sales, and I was like, I wanted to get GT because I'm getting GT Sport, I'm getting GT Sport, I'm getting I just said it anyway. Fuck it. I'm not going to say anymore. I already said 2 of the games, but I'm getting like about 4 games. But yeah, I seen that on PlayStation Now. Persona 5 is now on PlayStation Now, and nobody has said anything about it. I thought that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, like at this point, you're putting a nail in the coffin at this point, like because they've been swearing up and down like their exclusive will stay on PlayStation, and now Sony is testing the water, putting on PSN. Well, they first put PSN on PC. And are putting some of their heavy hitters on PSN now for a limited time, which we all know this will be for a couple of months. But still, they're testing the water to see how it's going to reciprocate with their fans. And so far, it's been working pretty well for them. Like PSN jumped up to a million subscribers. I believe it's shortly before they announced that God of War and Uncharted 4 is going to hit PSN and the price drop too as well. So they're seeing that as work. There's actually building traffic and subscription services for their service right now. So if you're going to keep adding more and more games into that service and go continue growing, I'm hypothesizing later on, instead of them being, I guess, limited time with some of their first party and third parties as well, they're going to be permanent. So it's really going to be a slow build up to that point right now. So if you're just fighting that, I'm sorry at this point. If you don't see the writing on a wall at this current time in Sony's format and reshifting of their execs, whatnot, a new position, new initiatives being pushed forward, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's just straight delusion at this point. So it's just sad. Like, it's also real dumb too, because a lot of people, like, they're making jokes about it. They're like breathing a sigh of relief there's not a native port. I'm like, who the fuck cares if it's native or not? You can still play it on another platform that is not PS4. And even if it's not a native port, it's gonna come eventually. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come eventually at this point. But I don't know, just people are stupid, man. This is just, I don't know. Like, you've ingrained yourself as console wars so much now that, like, these little quote unquote W's, you're taking them hard. You're just making a big deal out of it. Like, it's just sad, man. Like, I don't know what else to say about these people.
No, you're absolutely right. See, when I seen that people were saying, "Oh, a sigh of relief," it's not going to be a port over to the PC. You still get that L. Like, I cannot believe that they jumped after Randar Thor like they did when Rand was basically right. Because if you go by the standard of what the PlayStation the fanboy or the Stan did or said, that they wouldn't tolerate any type of PlayStation game to be played on any type of other platform. Now they're acting like, oh man, it ain't an actual port. We're good. They're safe.
Compromising. That's what it is.
That's what I'm saying. And what it is that PlayStation is slowly integrating their policy up on their ass, and they got no choice but to comply or to fall out. Lemon. Oh, no. Let me go to 100. 100, where you at? You good? I see you muted. Are you here? Okay, 100 is gone.
Oh, snap.
Okay, all right. So let me go to live, and then I'll go to limit next. Live wire. What is your?
I'm here, but you don't allow me to eat, so I can't crunch much.
You sort of can't, because I tell you, I hear one more crunch like I did last week. It's gonna be ejecto seat, cuz. I ain't doing that. I'll be wearing my blue flag coat on y'all's ass tonight. Yeah, I hear some
last week he was also doing it himself. I'm just saying.
I was not. What are you talking about? What was I eating on? I wasn't eating on nothing.
He was eating himself.
I wasn't eating nothing. No, that was about a month ago. Man, I was hungry as hell. My old lady came in with some vittles. That shit was good, but I didn't know that I had my mic on. I'm always trying to be
you doing the Sony. It's only whenever it's convenient for you.
Stop it. That was a month ago. One time. You can't mock me for one time, bastard. Get out of here. 100. What is your thoughts about this, brother? What is it? Is it time for the chickens to come home to roost now? Because look, we have not seen anybody talk about Persona 5 being on PlayStation now, as well as we've all talked about Horizon Zero Dawn, but Persona 5 is also there as well. What's going on?
Oh, they already lost. They lost the game.
Woo!
Game over.
Game over.
When game over, when you guys got on us about Xbox games coming over to PC, don't Xbox own Windows? I mean, don't Microsoft is under? Ain't that the OS? Ain't Windows 10 on Xbox a part of it? I don't think Sony make a OS that I know of. You know what I'm saying? So who lost the real true exclusive? But y'all ripped us a new a-hole. Y'all try to rip us several. But what you got to say now? Because what? You got PlayStation now on PC. But do you see a lot of, I'm going to put it this way, I'm an Xbox dude through and through. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real. Do you see the Xbox community running and saying, hey, I'm finna go get a PC to play PlayStation games?
I see a few, but I don't see a lot. No.
But I said it's a few. But I said, I don't, like it's certain YouTuber from a certain popular podcast, I ain't going to say it, lost their mind. F Sony, I'm done. Sony's following Phil. They lost their rabbit mind. I can do it on my show, but I can't do it I can do it better. I had everybody cracking up.
Go ahead, because I think I'm going to get copyrighted from that song that I played in the beginning of the show. So go ahead. Let it loose. Let it loose.
He said.
Let it loose. I'll permit it to this week. I think I'm going to get lit up anyway.
He said, fuck PlayStation, fuck Jack Ryan. He's trying to follow me between Phil Spencer. What the fuck these motherfuckers doing? I don't give a fuck. That motherfucker was like, he was finna kill himself. And I'm like, dog, it ain't that serious. It's about money. I'm like, I know I love my brand to the T, but I'm not finna die for it. I ain't finna lose no brand and the rest. I'm not finna go. He went on the street. I mean, soon as he got it announced, he lost his mind. You guys know who this guy is. But I was shocked, like, and I don't follow him, but nobody sent it to me, thought it was gonna be funny. I'm talking about, I actually had a video for PlayStation guys to say, I had to have a talk, like, rep your flag. I'm promoting you. I won't, you know what I'm saying, rep your flag, stay over there. Why are you giving up hope? You know what I'm saying? Maybe give you a new, think about it, maybe that PC money give you a decent multiplayer game.
Hey,
instead of third person.
Hold on, let me interrupt you. I'm sorry, and I'll get back to you. Sir X-Man, he said Sunday Night Fights will be hosted by K-Mega this week. Okay, all right, so you won't be able to host it this weekend. All right, yeah, K-Mega will be hosting Sunday Night Fights. Anybody wants to jump in? The first game, I think, will be Killer Instinct. Then it'll be whatever. I didn't get a chance to play because me and Bloody was going one-on-one in Soul Calibur, but I didn't get a chance to play with Samurai Showdown, so I definitely want to jump in and get a little bit of that. Whatever. I want some Dragon Ball Z Fighters, so I'm going to put that Dragon Ball Z Fighters. So it'll be
both of them. I mean,
yeah. So it will be Killer Instinct, Samurai Showdown, and Dragon Ball Z Fighters this Sunday night, starting at 8:30 to Sunday night Central.
Like 6 in the morning, like every time.
Yeah, and we'll go late because in my ass will not fall asleep on the stream this time. I promise you that. But anyway, whatever.
Hey, you need to tell your boy Sir X-Men and Core not to give me any advice, because I was trying to fight them in with the fight stick and Killer Instinct and it wasn't go good. They like switched your controller as soon as I did. I ran game on them. I was like, y'all shouldn't have told me nothing.
So shady, come on in, bro. This Sunday night we'll be doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting our Christmas spirit on. So you know what I'm saying about whooping that ass. But anyway, go ahead, 100.
It's a Christmas.
Yeah, and shout out to my man Leroy Smith. Y'all got to see my character on Tekken 7. He look like a whole different character. Ain't got no dreads and none of that.
You don't want that smoke. Do you want that smoke? Because I ran through the people that was in here. There was only one dude that was giving me some problems on Tekken 7, and then I brought my OG, and then it wasn't even a problem. I was like,
I ain't never said I'm the best Tekken 7 character, but I hold my own.
But I'll tell you this.
You remember I was the beast with that Noctis. When I had Noctis I said Noctis was good. They was like Noctis. I'm like, he OP, but I ain't put. You know, I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to get back like even in Soul Calibur. I'm over here getting back.
But I will say this, Vamp, she destroyed me in Soul Calibur. I had to bow down in respect.
She destroyed everyone in Soul Calibur.
She destroyed everybody in Soul Calibur. I was like,
we had to wait till Core got her.
I'm going to manage.
Core. Who was
GRG is going to manage her, and we're going to put her out there in Evo because she deserves to be out there clowning. You know what I'm saying? There's only a few people that I know that can beat her. Philosopher Doom. I don't even think Philosopher Doom has fought her, but his boy that we play in Mortal Kombat, he's beaten her. But their matches are so close. Like in Mortal Kombat 11, it's I'm going to record that gameplay when Vamp comes in and we all jump in. It's going to be fantastic. Like
also got to pay the bills. Shout out to Sir X-Men. I'll do it. Shout out to Sir X-Men with another $2 super chat saying Tekken 7 was number 2 in the poll.
I can go number 4 in that. Go ahead.
And then shout out to Mirror XT8 saying with that $4 Australian saying hope everyone is having a great end of the year holiday. We absolutely are, my man. Absolutely,
yeah, man. I hope everybody has a fantastic Christmas or holiday. Doesn't matter if you believe or you don't, but I believe. But I say Merry Christmas. And hope that everybody have a fantastic new year. There's a special person that wants to jump in and want to do a podcast on Christmas Eve. I don't know if some of the fellas is down for doing that, but if they are, I'm down.
Yeah, I'm off. Yeah, what is that? Who do want to do it? I'm down.
Pocahontas.
Okay, yeah, I'm off.
Okay, all right. So
I'll be back
do
home for
some-
holidays.
Okay, so normally I don't mess with holidays, but Pocahontas, she's really cool, down to earth chick. She do got a foul mouth, but she's about that business shit. She be playing the game.
I mean, do you see who we have on our show? I'm just saying.
True, but anyway, so big shout out to Pocahontas out there. I'm sorry I didn't play you in because she hit me up and I was so dead into the story of Outer Worlds, I didn't hit her back. I got to hit her back. She's gonna cuss me out, but I was like, look, I'll get back on with Borderlands 3 and help you finish it here in a little bit. But but she wants to do that.
You talking about the Pocahontas that I know?
Oh yeah, Megatron.
Okay.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
She cool as hell. Yeah, she real cool.
Pocahontas game.
Yeah. She game. But anyway, but go ahead, 100. I'm sorry.
You done? I'm done.
Okay.
Let's go.
Prometheus from the Zeus. You've been quiet. You've been sucking on them damn Zimas and Jolly Ranchers, man. You probably out there, probably sleep by now. What is your thoughts about the whole Horizon Zero Dawn and Persona 5 going to PlayStation Now? Yeah, he's gone. I
think he muted his mic and fell asleep.
He probably fell asleep, man. You know what I'm saying? Or he's eating. So I'll thank you for respecting the podcast and respecting the listeners, because we don't want to hear that smacking, because Lemon be smacking hard. Like, I don't know, maybe there's some old ass gums. I don't know. Anyway, Livewire, what do you got to say about this?
Hey man, I tell you, I don't play Persona, dog. So it don't matter to me.
Well, what about but Horizon Zero Dawn though?
That game is trash.
Come on, don't do that. That game is not trash.
Oh no, it's already started.
You want me to tell the truth or lie?
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Do what you got to do.
That game is okay. Mm-hmm. All right, if you want to, it's better than Days Gone. There you go.
Come on now, you talk real bad about Days Gone.
Oh no!
Come on, man. Don't do that. Okay, so all right.
And it's better than Death Stranding. All right, I give you that.
Okay.
No.
Right. I didn't like it, man. I just thought I didn't.
What is it that you didn't like about Horizon Zero Dawn?
I don't like fighting robots and shit. I didn't like it. Okay. You know I don't like fighting robots like that.
I know.
Because I complained about having to do that shit in what was that game that you like so much? There was the ninja chick and everybody on them PlayStation dudes trying to look at her panties and shit.
Nier Automata. Yeah. No, I got you.
I quit that game because I was like, wait, I'm only fighting robots? I said, I'll pass.
That's it.
Well, you were a robot. You're technically a cyborg.
I know,
Android.
But like I said, I don't have any interest in.
And see, they made it hard that they were trying to look up the skirt. I mean, you could just take the skirt off. I'm just saying.
I was hoping that they let you kill dinosaurs or other animals or something. Even when fighting a human, fighting humans is harder and they boring. It's just like they just OP. I'm like, what the fuck? So I could just smack around this doggone big ass machine, but this motherfucker is built like a tank. Like, what kind of shit is this?
Sounds like some.
It's bullshit.
It sounds like some Division level shit. I'm just saying.
Maybe, but man, that game it ain't for me. Maybe it's not trash, but it ain't for me. You know what I mean? People that like it, fine, whatever. I don't like Persona neither. So, I mean, I ain't never liked Persona. I think R. Kelly was a fan, so I said, fuck that.
Oh, shit. No.
Stop it. Disrespectful.
That's wrong.
I will not permit you to talk bad about Persona. I think Persona is a good, great, old school RPG. It is very weird. It's very particular. It's not for everybody. But when I said the word niche, everyone still praised, everyone was still praising was it Dante's Inferno, and in there you had a zombie Cleopatra with babies coming out of nipples, and then you had giant devil penis.
Like, people can like what they want. I'm just not
the demon.
You straight up and Dante's Inferno, you fought the devil, and he was half man, half goat with his penis hanging out, straight up.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay, so
That's
got
the definition of devil dick.
Well, okay, all right. So, all right, Live, are you done, or you still got more to contemplate?
No, I'm just saying,
Okay.
I mean, look, I ain't judging nobody. I'm not saying because you like Persona that you are a fan of R. Kelly. I'm just saying I know he liked the game, and I'm just not a fan of that.
No.
So whatever.
I got you. All right. So, Bloody, please explain this to me. Why is it that, for one, a lot of PlayStation fans is not talking about Persona 5 being on PlayStation Now, and Horizon Zero Dawn, how they look at that as a win when at the time they looked at this as a fail if these games came over to were anywhere possible to be played streaming wise on other platforms.
Well, it just kind of shows that unless the narrative fits whatever they're trying to talk about, that's all it is. I was like, and that's what we're saying is that, one, Horizon Zero Dawn is first party exclusive. With Persona 5, it's third party. I was like, they get it because Atlas and Sega are just releasing it there. I was like, but now we're starting to see Sega, come around, but Atlas needs to get with it too. And Sega needs to work on that. But the thing is, it's still third party deals, and those are just deals until they say otherwise. Horizon Zero Dawn is their first party, and they're just like, no, it's never going to come to PC. But when it comes to PS Now, and the fact is PS Now can stream to PC, they're just like, well, it's not dedicated or straight ported to PC, like, how Gears of War or Killer Instinct is on Steam and stuff like that. So it's all semantics and the small technicalities that they're going to use. But the aspect is you can still play it on a platform that's not dedicated to PlayStation. Yes, it is PC, and it's through PlayStation Now. It's through their service, but it's still streamed on your PC with a controller. It's therefore don't need a PlayStation. It's for them. It's just like, well, you still have to have the service. Yeah, it's the same way with Xbox Game Pass. It's on PC, but you still got to buy the service. Doesn't change the fact that everything that's on Xbox is on PC from the first party and things like that, or any specific PC level games that goes into Game Pass. Still, the fact is, it's still in the ecosystem, just like PS Now is both on console and on PC. So it's still within their ecosystem, but you can still use it without needing a console. That's the big thing. That's what we've been seeing with these services transition to for a long time. Xbox being the first ones, as they tried to improve the Microsoft Store, but there's been some issues with it. But they're slowly coming in as they're making the Xbox launcher itself its own built-in store, kind of getting away from the Microsoft Store, but still slowly improving on it. And then also using Steam. I was like, the thing is, it's still selling into the ecosystem. So PlayStation Now still in the ecosystem, but I don't need a PC now to play games like Horizon Zero Dawn or to play Persona 5. Am I going to play it on console? Yes, because I'm a console person. But guess what? I don't need to play. If I never bought my PS4 Pro, I was like, then I could play those games on my PC and not have to worry, except for the fact that, it's streamed and there's going to be a lot of input lag, which is still the biggest thing about those because, you're not downloading them directly. It's streamed, but still don't necessarily need a PlayStation anymore. That's just kind of what it is. So the fact is that they're throwing around it's a win because of the fact that it's not on PC dedicated port. Doesn't matter. I can still play it on PC. Therefore, it is no longer a console exclusive, or it's not an exclusive in the right. It's still console exclusive, but it's not exclusive by their own technicalities on the way that they treat Xbox games. It's literally how they use semantics and technicalities to fit the narratives of whatever they want. It's the goalpost moving. Just be glad for the fact that y'all had it for as long as y'all did, but guess what? They want to hit more people. They want to be able to put it on more platforms. They want to reach a wider audience. Horizon Zero Dawn is as great as y'all say. Y'all should be glad that they want to put it out where more people are going to put money to want to play it. Like I said earlier, I was like, you can get the digital key right now for $8. Why is it $8? Why is it still, not lower or anything? Why are they not pushing it forward? Because they want more people to buy into it. I'm like, it is what it is. They just need to accept the fact that the ecosystem and everything is changing on how they're looking at the future and trying to promote a product. It's not just going to be like dedicated sales anymore. I was like, you also have to have services that are going to back up with those sales. Because look at some of these games. It took way too long for them to even start breaking even or make these big sales. Look at Horizon Zero Dawn. It took 2 years to hit 10 million. 2 years to hit 10 million.
For which game?
For Horizon Zero Dawn. It took 2 years for it to hit 10 million. And yet at the time when it launched, the console was sitting high at what, 60 million at the time or 70 million?
60, 70, yeah.
Yes, around there. And I was like, you're telling me that it took almost 2 years to hit even a tenth of your install base, and yet everyone was hyping that up for so long. And it was the same with God of War for it to start hitting its numbers after a year, and then Spider-Man as well. It's like, if these games are as great as they are, one, y'all should be pushing them a lot more, and the fan base are supposed to be supporting them. But the fact is that there's more platforms for them to reach out to and be able to extend their reach. You should be glad for that, because if there's more draw for those games, guess what? That means more sequels, and that means more money are going to make them better. But no, it's literally all it is just fitting narratives for people. That's all it is.
Yeah. So no, I totally agree. Listen, as for me, I look at it. I find it to be very ironic, because when I look and I seen, woo, look at you.
Oh, hang on. I'm going to say something, but I'm not going to just to say it. But yes, you're right. No one wants to play on those Gaikai servers. That's why even PSNow was not used when it was still streamed on PlayStation. But I'm saying, guess what? Based on the narrative of what everyone says, it's not exclusive anymore. There's a reason that they had to open up to downloads. But you know what Microsoft did right with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for PC and stuff? Direct downloads. They didn't want to do streaming because they know streaming is not going to be as consistent, because that's what a lot of streaming services have a lot of issue with, even with their infrastructure. All right. I was like, so anyone who wants to play the game can play it, but not everyone wants to. That was literally the first thing I said, is that you're going to have to deal with input lag, which is going to be the biggest hindrance of a game like Horizon Zero Dawn, where it's an action RPG, so you have to be able to react properly. Just like if you played a fighting game, you don't want input lag or even latency from an online game like a fighting game. No. I was like, no one's going to want to do that, but the option is there, and that's what it is, an option. That's what all of these services are, is an option. Know what you're talking about before you start spouting nonsense.
Right. No, I totally agree. Another thing is like, okay, so I see that somebody said 22 games sold 10 million plus on this gen. Then okay, I mean, look, I don't care about the sales. When I throw up something about the sales numbers, I do it out of spite, in a sense, because it's like, you downplay a game that I enjoy, so-called Sea of Thieves, and now you start to see Sea of Thieves is winning awards. Sea of Thieves is now getting more recognized. I've said that. I've made that my point. I said that.
Have you seen the comeback for Sea of Thieves on streaming platforms, not just Mixer, but it's also come back on Twitch?
Right, yeah, no, it's that, you know what I'm saying? Look, when it comes to those type of games, PlayStation want those type of games. Do you think if they just want to have that single player experience where they just don't have any DLC and they don't have anybody spending more money into that game, you would be completely wrong. You would be very foolish to think that. They just didn't know how to analyze that, because that's why they needed the partnership with Microsoft. And also on top of that, they also wanted to have they fed their community and their base off the premise that they thought that, well, you know what, this era is still going to be just as viable as it is this whole generation. They sold the generation off of hope and dreams, off of the nostalgic gamer. And this is what's crazy to me, because as you've seen, you know, as my boy Mooch, you know what I'm saying, I got a lot of love for Mooch and crap. I know that they on some other bullshit right now, but I still got love for them. That's why I don't disrespect and try to cut into their podcast or anything like that. We had a mutual agreement when Crossfire came back, when I started GRG, and we've talked and did all that. But again, they understood this. They see this. They know this. The whole thing where you look at where we were at the time of thinking where gaming was going to still stay like this, and what my boy Mooch always say, nostalgia is a hell of a drug. So if you believe that analogy, if you believe that thought process, so why the hell are you still trying to believe in the old guard, in the old way of how gaming used to be? Discs are on the decline.
Mm-hmm.
Digital games are up. Streaming is up. There's more people that watch. There's more people, and as we see with so many of these great streamers out here, Bloody included now, that people want to see these games. They want to interact. They want to be involved in a different type of way. So that's totally different from what we used to know and what we used to do as couch co-op. The old way of how I used to love how gaming used to be, where I had a whole bunch of homies would come over to the house. They would, and I've told the stories of when we played Lips, when you know what I'm saying, with ladies. They would bring ladies over. No, come on, let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? And then, I had to clarify.
I gotta make sure.
I had to clarify, but you know what I'm saying? And what all the other stuff, all these other stories I said on the next podcast and the other places and on GRG. But you know what I'm saying? When we play, couch co-op was my life. I enjoyed my homies coming over. We play all day, all night when I had time off. And then, that's just what it was. Like, you know what I'm saying? You didn't have latency. You didn't have no issues, no problems, none of that bullshit. But times has changed. And I've caught myself being more of an online gamer, following into the footsteps in the realms of online gaming more than I've ever have in my entire life. And I'm older. And that's the thing to me that I look at as a gamer, I can adjust to the new methods of what gaming needs to do to succeed and to go further beyond. So by the time that gaming is probably, online gaming is probably a no show for me. Can't do it. But my son and my daughter, and for Bloody and for Op and for anybody else that's younger out there, they'll have their kids and they'll be experiencing gaming in a whole different light, and they can tell them about the old days of how gaming was. To me, that is a beautiful thing. For what these people are trying to do is trying to keep gaming down and keep it in a single box. I find it to be gross.
Don't sugarcoat. They want to kill it off. That's what they want to do.
Right.
They just don't realize.
You're right, Op. They want to kill it off. I've been here from the very beginning. I've been playing. I was there when the Atari first came into my house. Right there, I was there when there wasn't any Atari. I was playing games at the arcade in a laundry bag. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
To the arcade.
No, you good. Yeah, but what'd you say, Bloody?
I'll say I remember going to the local arcade here when it was.
No, the arcade has been around, but I'm talking about when there was no consoles. Atari wasn't around when I started gaming.
Buddy ain't old enough to remember the arcade. You remember your brother in the arcade, but you ain't putting no quarters up for Street Fighter or Street Fighter.
There was when I was getting. Look, Lemon, you're older. Lemon, you're older than me. Lemon, you older than me, so you know this. You gonna feel me when I say this, because you've been way long gone. Like everybody. I said I was gonna go in. I'm gonna go in. So you gotta chill out for a minute. This is my thing right here. Is that I've been here. I've been in the gaming world way longer than most of the people that may be listening to this show.
Facts.
I've experienced where there were table arcades, not regular arcades. There was just the only thing that was regular arcades was pinball. And then when they first came out with the damn Pac-Man and Galaga and all that shit, I'm like, whoa.
No, before that, let's talk about air hockey.
Right, like air hockey, all that other shit. Like gaming was simplistic, but gaming was cool because it was this. Let's not forget when when people look at gaming at this standpoint and they say, oh shit, gaming was not cool in my era.
Nope, it was nerdy.
When I was at
Nerdy.
like I wish in my 20s I could be gaming now so I could I could slay some of these clowns that think that they can actually play games. I would slay them. They're easy. I just don't have the I got the eye and hand coordination, but not like that. And well, I say I got the eye coordination, but the hand coordination is not what it used to be. But man, if I would play some of these cats that be playing some of these games like that in my teens and my 20s, I kill them. They had no chance. When you was a gamer back when I was playing games, if you were die hard, you would be looked at as maybe some Crenshaw Mafia, like somebody, or you had somebody had some issues, or you wasn't somebody that could mac chicks and shit like that. The only thing that got me past is because I played sports. You know what I'm saying? That gave me my pass because I've always played sports all my life. You know what I'm saying? So that to me is where I look at it as, yeah, be cool and comfortable about gaming now, but there was a point where gaming was not comfortable. You say that you played this certain game, you'd be ridiculed instead of praised. And the reason for that is because of the innovation that gaming has done over our time. And as us getting older, like I think Bloody is about the same age as my son. So of course, Bloody wouldn't understand what the fuck that me and Lily.
Is your son the oldest?
Yeah, my son is the oldest. Now my daughter is 20.
That mean Bloody's an old sperm.
Pretty much.
Shit.
But you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Sir X-Man, he knows. And Sir X-Man said in the chat, he says, I was there for the first Pong game in arcade. Yeah. And Sir X-Man is older than me and Lemon. So that's the thing.
Fact.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when these dudes say, oh, y'all old gamers, y'all over here in y'all's 40s and 50s, and y'all doing
I challenge
this and
anybody to
I
Call of Duty.
challenge your ass into any game. Challenge you.
Any game.
Give it to you.
3-5-5.
Whatever.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Your instinct. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So regardless of that, it don't matter. It's that we are the forefathers. We're the ones that gave you life to even talk about this shit. We sit there and talk. I already paid the bills. That was Lemon. I mean, I'm sorry. That was Sir X-Man. Who else came in here? I don't see anybody else.
It was Sir X-Men. I was there for the first.
That's what he just said.
That's what he said.
My bad.
So again, so this the thing to me is where it's like, I found it to be ironic, but also sad is that I don't have a problem with PlayStation games being on PlayStation now. They're going into the future. I have no problem with Xbox and how they're doing with their strategy. It's like 100 said, like PlayStation and Nintendo don't have an operating system to where they can utilize it and work in their benefit. So again, maybe it might look a little bit worse for a PlayStation or a Nintendo fan if Nintendo decided to start throwing their games on the PC. But regardless, it's still beneficial because they still get more money from those games one way or the another. So if it's ported or if it's not, from your standards as a fanboy that was saying that this was not acceptable, you still take the L. Do not claim victory over Randar Thor because it wasn't ported. Because Randar Thor at the end of the day might be right at the end of the day by the time next gen comes, and those games will be over there be ported on the PC. You guys have to stop being so narrow-minded. Like I said when Mooch was saying, nostalgia is a hell of a drug. Your day and your time is over. That shit with the whole Yoshida and boys passing the disc around is over. Those motherfuckers ain't even working together no more. Yoshida got demoted. Boys is working for somebody else. Working for somebody else. How are you still trying to hold on to this shit? It's over. And if you try to switch over, you're going to get called out, especially by me, because I know how many of you guys came out and used to attack me for being realistic.
Try to get my boy to smoke for being real.
Being honest.
Console gamer.
You're going to get it. You're going to get it. So, regardless of that, man, I just had to say that point. Let's move on to we got two more topics and then we're gonna be out of here. Yeah, we got two more topics we're gonna get out of here, and that's Xbox adding more? Is Xbox adding more games? More game studios? Now it's been stated that Xbox is Xbox have said that they were interested in getting more studios. It was been more about talking about Japanese games, but now there's been this rumor that's been going around here, and it's been pretty loud that Xbox is in Poland, of all places, and they're looking to talk and negotiate with some of these developers. Now, some of these people are assuming that it is already CD Projekt Red. I'm gonna let my chat. I'm gonna let the chat assume what it is, and then also go to the panel. So first off, let me go to my main man and see what Bloody thinks. What do you think the CD Projekt Red is the first studio that Xbox went after? Do you feel that those rumors are anywhere true, or is it somebody else, or do you think that this rumor is absolutely just hogwash?
No, I definitely think that there's some truth to the rumors. One, is it CD Projekt Red? That one's gonna be hard to see because of the fact that there's two reasons. One, while CD Projekt Red is independent and they completely fund themselves and are a very talented developer and stuff like that, I don't feel that they would go after them as a first party because of the fact that a lot of their games have always been multi-plat. The second reason is the fact of that they have their own online storefront with GOG. People don't know or don't really pay attention to GOG, but Good Old Games is run by CD Projekt Red. That's how they sell a lot of other games, especially older games that aren't on Steam or any other storefront. And it's how they've helped to kind of support some of their funds outside of the fact that they got money from the Polish government for a lot of the technology and things that they were trying to do with their games. Now, if they do go after CD Projekt Red, because people need to remember is that they've always had marketing rights with CD Projekt Red. Always. They're always the one who gets deals with CD Projekt Red. If they were to make them first party, I doubt their games would stay on the Microsoft platform. Their games are too big to keep, especially since they had a strong basis first in the PC side of things with Steam and GOG. And the fact is that they're big sellers on PlayStation as well with the success of Witcher 2 and especially with Witcher 3. So if they were to keep them, their games would be multi-plat without a doubt. But then again, it's a possibility that they may keep it exclusive, similar to how we're seeing with Obsidian, who's always made multi-plat games, and especially with the success of how Outer Worlds was and how they're saying that Phil came out saying Outer Worlds is definitely going to be an interesting exclusive series going forward after seeing the resounding success and hype for the Outer Worlds before the game launched. So it's definitely a possibility. However, there are other big studios in Poland that I think would also be very interesting to go after as well. One that I would personally be behind and that I think would be a good pickup would be 11-Bit Studios. Now, 11-Bit Studios was a studio that was behind This War of Mine, and most recently, Frostpunk, and especially Children of Morta. Children of Morta was actually one of the games I have going on in my gameplay, because a lot of people like roguelites, and that one's a pixelated roguelite that is actually really good. So I think that they have a very talented studio that would be another one to be looked at within Poland. But Poland actually has quite a bit of foreign developers that are phenomenal that could be out there. But the fact that everyone is looking at CD Projekt Red, and they're the first ones that everyone comes to, and they're probably the loudest, I definitely think there's going to be something going on there, but how it plays out is going to be a whole different thing.
Okay. All right, cool. What about you, Lemon? Where's your thoughts about this? Where you at?
Oh, yeah, Techland is another good one out there.
Yeah,
but Techland is owned by Koch Media, I believe.
Yeah, no, it is, but it might be. I don't know. I have no idea. But
I'm pretty sure they're owned by Koch Media, because a lot of their games are always published by Koch. So I believe that they're owned, or one of their subsidiaries at least.
Okay, all right. Is Lemon there, or is he muted again? No, he's not muted. So, all right, Live. What is your thoughts about this?
I ain't got many thoughts on it.
You ain't got too many thoughts on it? All right, cool.
Nah. I mean, it's just rumors. So I mean, it'd be cool.
Well, I mean, what are your thoughts on them? Like,
I mean, is there any studio that you would think that's from Poland? I mean, is there any of them? I mean,
opinions?
I mean, I would think CD Projekt Red would be cool, but the other studios, I'm not really familiar with them like that. So.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I can give you a list of some of the Polish.
He don't want to touch on it, so let it be. Let it be. What about you, Op? Where are you at?
For me, this is definitely an interesting rumor. As far as CD Projekt Red,
Somebody got to turn off the vibrator.
Say again? Oh, that's.
He's a vibrator now. He want to talk. Anyway, go ahead.
Nah, you ain't gonna do me like that. Nah. But as far as like studio acquisition, if CD Projekt Red can be bought, well, because you will be bought, I don't know. Because my thinking is, if Insomniac has been bought, anyone can be bought at this point. Because like those motherfuckers, they made it known that they like their independence. Then a couple of years later, like, we're suing you now. Like, fuck, like, what happened over the years?
I mean, Op makes a good point, because thinking about that. Look at Double Fine Studios. Tim Schafer made his name on wanting to be completely independent, built that studio, and always stayed independent, very much so throughout the life of that company. And for them to actually go to Microsoft as one of their first parties, I mean, like they say, money talk, bullshit walk, and if he can make it like them talk and sign on, I definitely think it's possible. Outside of them, you have people can fly out there. Blooper Team was another one that was really successful because they made Layers of Fear and all that. So there's definitely some interesting teams out there that could be good. Even Flying Wild Hog behind Shadow Warrior 2. And
you know what's common denominator amongst all of them? Financial stability.
Yes.
Here, Obsidian, Compulsion, Double Fine. Who else? Insomniac. There's no one I can't think of right now.
And well, Insomniac went to Sony, but you're not wrong. They think about how many projects they're having to do small wise to keep funding their big name projects, and
exactly
had to keep doing a lot of Kickstarters and stuff for all their games. So if they can get the financial backing and stability, there's always willing to sign. So that's absolutely a good fact to bring up as well.
Definitely, and look with the CD Projekt right now. Like The Witcher 3 is sold a lot of copies. We all know that for sure.
Over 20 million shipped by June of this year.
Yep.
It's 30 million sold.
The question is, how profitable was it? There's a lot of copies. We got to understand at what price as well.
Once you reach the threshold over 800,000, everything is profitable after that. When it's not a high budget game, that's the number.
Well, but look at the money going into what they're showing and keep doing for CD Projekt Red. That is massive money. Besides having a name like Keanu Reeves,
they made it. They over 30 million sold. They made it.
We're talking about
Cyberpunk loan from the government.
Cyberpunk is being funded by The Witcher 3. Facts.
I don't think it's all going to be from.
No. Not all of it, but the majority. That is their most successful game ever as a company.
Right, and if it wasn't for The Witcher making
they got like 3 versions.
Making what they did, I don't even think that
Game of the Year version
that game would even be possible.
But brought up a good point. I was like, a lot of it too was they also had a lot of money. I was like, I don't think it was a loan, but it was a grant that they were given by the Polish government because of the new technology that they were trying to implement for the engine that they created The Witcher 3 in. I believe that gave them several $1 million.
It's not an investment like a Frostbite, like a Unreal. It's not that hot. They made a good engine. It's not like what is it? Snowblind?
Snowdrop.
It's not a high budget game. They made a good solid engine, and it works.
Yeah, there's four big name engines that are on the market right now that's used by different publishers and developers, and you have Unreal with Microsoft and Unreal Studios. You have Decima now for Sony. Right. You have Snowdrop for Ubisoft, and then you have
You got to talk about third party. Because,
but I'm saying
because first party doesn't count. First party don't count.
Well, I was like,
because they don't license out first party engines.
Yeah, but if you're looking at complete third party, then it's Unreal, Snowdrop, and then Frostbite. Those are the big three.
Right.
Those are the big three.
Right.
In first party, you have
and what's the name? And there's one more that's used by the indie games.
Unity. Yeah.
That's the other one.
Yeah.
And that's not really optimized like the rest of them.
Well, that depends on
highly used
engines.
No, but it's highly used.
Yeah. But you can see what's capable of being used with Unity with the right time, which some indies are able to.
Right.
But four big engines outside for the third party is always going to be Snowdrop, Frostbite, Unity, and then of course
Snowdrop is not even licensed out.
But it's still. But I'm saying from the big name third party publishers and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Like Frostbite is licensed out, Unreal is licensed out, and Unity is licensed out. Those are the major three. And now Decima is going to be what Sony's using a lot of theirs. But Sony doesn't license it out.
Oh no, I know that, but I'm saying that I was saying in general, if you look at the big engines coming from third party, and then you look at what's capable of done a first party, you see why they got a loan from what they did.
Facts.
Or not a loan, a grant from the Polish government for what they were able to achieve with Witcher. Because of the fact that they weren't using any of those other engines, except I believe they used, was it Havoc for just the physics?
Havoc is physics only.
Yeah.
Physics.
But you look at what they were able to do. CryEngine is.
CryEngine was supposed to be that engine, but it was so difficult to use.
Yeah. But now you see the strong builds of the first party because Decima's Sony's, and now you're seeing what 343 is doing for Slipspace, and
but Slipspace won't be licensed out.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's their first party. But I'm saying you're seeing kind of what's capable of being done from the first party side, and why they're still also using third party alongside. Because we see now what Unreal is doing with the end game or showing case for Hellblade. Like you see.
Well, hold on. Let's just be realistic here. Let's be realistic. Unreal Engine has been licensed out since Unreal Tournament. Unreal Tournament was the showcase to show what Unreal Engine can do from a showcase standpoint. This is what we can do with Unreal Engine. And then people take that and then move on. Because there's an Unreal Engine FIFA. And then now the new FIFA is Frostbite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like we all right, but it's just like it's different layers and perspectives from different situations.
Turn 10 does have a good engine for what they did with Forza, but Zinc, I do believe that the Decima engine is fairly well built and modifiable because while I may have my thoughts on Death Stranding, I did say that it was well built and what they were able to utilize with the Decima engine because
that's not the problem with the game.
No. But I'm saying Decima engine really proved what it's capable of with the fact that Kojima Productions, they were able to modify it to have a lot of what I absolutely loved out of the Fox engine when they built that from the ground up for Konami.
Remember the Fox engine?
Yes.
Remember the Fox engine?
And the Fox engine is great. And they were
hold on. Cutscenes, gameplay, same thing.
Yeah, they were able to go from the cutscene into the gameplay.
Right. Another engine.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy, Bloody.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying, that the Decima engine really showed that it was well optimized and customizable with the fact of how they're able to recreate that within that engine. So you can kind of see where CD Projekt Red has really made its name and very uniqueness amongst the indie scene or being independent, while also having such a strong talent and what they're capable of. Because of that, the only problem is that I also have to throw out there with what Op said about financial stability is look at the high turnover rate at CD Projekt Red. Everyone who worked on the Witcher 1 was not there for the Witcher 2. Everyone who was there for the Witcher 2 was not there for the Witcher 3. And everyone who worked on the Witcher 3 is not working on or on Cyberpunk 2077.
But you know what? I don't think they can be bought because they don't need it. They don't need dental plans. You see, when you get down with Microsoft or Sony, you got medical and dental plans. Let's just keep it real here. You don't got to worry about certain things because you get a plan. When you get a plan with a major company, CD Projekt Red don't have that problem.
Yeah,
and they're making tons of money. You understand what I'm saying? And You know, when K Mega brought this subject up, I said, yo, listen, this is a subject that I don't think that matters. He was like, why you said that? I said, it's something to talk about. I said, but CD Projekt Red is making buku money.
Yeah.
They're not struggling for anything. The engine is not struggling, and
but they're also spending buku money.
No. But what they're spending and getting back, The Witcher is 30 million plus.
Because when I checked it,
that's not an average game.
When I checked The Witcher earlier, it said it was shipped 20 million as of June this year. Shipped.
No, I seen it was at 24.
30 million plus.
I seen it was at 24. Like it
got named
a year ago. Yeah, so
it got named with Overwatch, Rainbow Six, and The Witcher. They all was in the same article. Over 30 million sold. Whereas like Rainbow Six struggled out the gate, and then with the updates.
It was 20 million in June of this year. That's where it was. No. I'm looking at an article right now.
It may be that may be like United States, but worldwide, I'm telling you, all three of them is over 30 million. All three of them, because when me and K Mega had this conversation months ago, this is before E3, I said, God damn, The Witcher hit over 30 million. They sold 3 versions of this game. Time and time again, 3 versions of the same game. With Overwatch and Rainbow Six, they all are over 30 million.
Okay.
All of them.
Well, unless they sold 10 million in the past.
No. I ain't talking about. No. But you got to talk about what edition.
No, but this is saying across all their versions. This was in June of this year. This is what I'm saying. I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying this is
I'm saying at the end of the day, they made a lot of money. They made a lot of money.
And I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking that.
Even if it's 20 million, just say it's 20 million across all 3 of them. That's a lot of money.
Lemon, are you sure you're not mistaking the entire Witcher franchise for the over 3 million? Because I see articles saying specifically the Witcher franchise.
You know what? It could be that, but I'm telling you, when they talk about The Witcher 3, The Witcher 3 is the most successful Witcher ever. Witcher 1 and 2 was not Witcher 1 and 2 was not well perceived to the fans.
The second one was not.
The Witcher 3 has been reiterated 3 times.
No, and we get that. We're not knocking that, but we're saying is that overall, it's when you look at the series sales, it's probably over 30 million.
Maybe. But I'm not saying y'all not wrong.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I know I saw 30 million, and at the end of the day, when you make a game for $10 or or $500,000, when you sell 30 million copies of a series, that's a success. That's not a fail. So it don't matter. I'm not saying y'all wrong or right. What I'm telling you is I read 30 million plus. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah. But like I was saying, that the Red Engine and what they were capable with that is the one thing that I think is what's going to prevent them from really signing over, because they don't need it, especially with the fact that they
don't need it.
With GRG, yeah. Now the rumor is with the fact that Cyberpunk 2077 coming day and date and Game Pass. Now that has a lot
That's
more
not going to happen.
I know. Hang on. I was saying that could have a lot more basis than the fact of them buying the studio outright. Because if Microsoft is willing to drop a lot of money up front and say, hey, look, we want to release it in our service, which has shown to bring in a lot of attention, and they're willing to drop hella good money to help recoup some of what they got already and help them make a profit faster. As an indie studio, even if you're making it well, you're not going to turn down a deal like that.
Can I ask you a question, Bloody?
Go ahead.
Is Cyberpunk 2077, right? 2077.
Yep.
It don't need Game Pass.
No, it doesn't need Game Pass. And, but
let me finish. Game Pass is for titles people might not play, people might not know about, and then when it like a game like the After Party, right? Like a game like Ark, or like a game like Jurassic Park Evolution that people might not get into for a fee, But with Game Pass, they'll try it and then they'll buy it. Cyberpunk 2077 is not a game like that. Now, will it? Wait, let me finish. Will it be a bonus in Game Pass? That's a fact because now people ain't got to buy it and they could try it. But I guarantee you, it will not. If it goes to Game Pass, it won't have that life expectancy of like 3 to 5 months. It might be 30 days. You get what I'm saying? Because they don't need the momentum from Game Pass to see if it's going to sell.
Oh, no.
People want Cyberpunk 2077 just from the goddamn Microsoft press conference alone.
Mhm.
Facts. You understand? Because it don't need like a game like After Party. Like After Party, the greatest indie games I've ever played in my life.
It's fun.
But for me to understand what that game is presenting, I needed Game Pass to present it to me. I wouldn't have bought that game on my own. Cyberpunk is not one of those games you need Game Pass to promote it. Facts.
No, you're not wrong. But what I'm saying is that because of the fact that it doesn't need it, and the fact that there's such a high demand for it, don't you think that if they offered them a good deal remember, because whenever a game goes into Game Pass, Microsoft always has to make a deal with the publisher at this point, which would be CD Projekt Red, for a high sum to say, look, we're going to buy and pay for all these keys for the downloads or anything ahead of that, and basically allow anyone who has the service to be able to download it. They're giving them a higher cost or a higher entry to give them a bigger take while letting more people expand on it. And even if it is for a short period of time, don't you think people are going to want to be able to get it where they're able to get it for the cheapest if they really like it, which obviously
I mean, indeed,
and be able to get it.
But this is what I said the last podcast we had. Game Pass, and people forget what Game Pass is supposed to be presenting. You think Game Pass is about me and you. Game Pass is not about me.
It's for the casual market. And
no, not even about casual. It's about the developer getting games out that people usually wouldn't play, that will love what they right. That helps everybody. Me and you get to play it, and their game that we never thought we would play gets an opportunity. Facts.
Yeah,
that's what Game Pass is about. It's really not just about the gamer. It's about the developer and putting their ideas in your head, and you say, "Yo, let me play this game like After Party." Yo, I saw After Party. I saw the hit beats. I saw the theme. Right. But I said, you know what? It's in Game Pass. I was excited to download that and try it and play it. They took that out Game Pass right now. I'm buying it. I'm getting that discount price. But everybody, that's what Game Pass is about. It's not just about gamer experiencing all these games.
Yeah, it's about the developer too, and that's what I'm saying is that don't you think that a developer. But here's the thing. Remember, it's only going to be on Game Pass on one system, and again, even if it's a short term, it's going to sell and get a lot more attention. But that doesn't mean that they won't make sales off the other platforms. Like
they will.
Exactly. So if they're giving them a chance to say, hey, if y'all want to do this, a third-party deal, because remember, they've done that with other games. Look at what they did with a game like Warhammer Vermintide, which is a very, especially on PC, that has a lot of connotation going back to the days of Left 4 Dead. That game got dropped day and date with Fat Shark. And it is still one of the most played games. Also, still one of the most heavily supported on PC and on Xbox. And they dropped that game.
They got a lot of support and flopped in the beginning from Game Pass.
No, they're not taking After Party out, Sleepy.
No, Alien
Isolation.
Yes, people did not play that game.
Well, that's because a lot of people had a lot of misconnotations because of what happened.
Yeah, but after Game Pass,
shit too.
That game sold like 3-4 million.
It does.
Oh, I beat it too. I love it. It'll scare shit out of me.
Oh yeah, dude, every time I play,
scared the shit out of all of us. Facts. But what I'm saying, until Game Pass, I was like, I wanted to buy it. And then when I played it, I said, yo, with the Ripley content and all that, I said, yo, this is the truth.
Yeah,
like FIFA.
Shorty's right.
The truth.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that, again, if you give a developer a chance to recoup a large sum of money and pay for it for even a short time, to put it in there. Well, they're still making money off the sales from other platforms. Don't you think a studio like CD Projekt Red wouldn't take that deal? They absolutely would, because in fact, think about how much is going into this alone. Again, you have a face and a name like Keanu Reeves. If you saw the behind the music of what they're going into, they pulled a big name like Run the Jewels, right? And me and Op were the ones who got the most excited when we saw RTJ on that, and that they're bringing them out. I was like, these are not small artists or faces that are going into this game. No, these are big names.
Right.
That's taking money. I was like, so
this is what I said to you.
They both would benefit, absolutely.
No,
they would.
They both benefit. What I'm saying is, I said CD Projekt Red and Cyberpunk 2077. They don't need. It's gonna sell regardless.
Oh yeah, they don't.
It's a win. It's a win. They don't need.
Yeah, but
some people need Game Pass. They don't need Game Pass. If it goes to Game Pass, it's a bonus. But they don't need Game Pass. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, and that's where it all was going to. I'm saying that's why buying them I wouldn't see, but them going to doing a deal for Game Pass, that has a lot more possibilities than anything else. That's what I was trying to get at from the jump.
Yo, where's K Mega?
I'm here. I'm over here getting attacked because I posted what PlayStation presented. No. I was letting y'all talk.
Go on Twitter.
No. I was on Twitter and I just posted. What I seen on my PlayStation, because I just showed it showed Persona. It's like, hey, play your games, and I got Porter Rock, I got Jack Move Johnny. That's now all of a sudden trying to promote that it's just on PlayStation Now. This is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. The hypocrisy.
No, let them finish. Let K Mega finish.
Like these guys are over here calling me dumb. They're calling me stupid. They're over here saying that I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, this guy, saying, PlayStation Now started in 2012. So why are you now bringing it up? Because you brought it up. You said that it was unacceptable. You guys said that it was unfucking acceptable. You said it. Listen. Me and Porter Rock. No. Hey man, come on.
Hey, who the hell?
Sorry.
Yo, bloody knuckles. Turn off your vibrator.
No, that
was me.
Damn.
Yo, chill.
I said
I'm supposed to be better right now. Damn, it's alarm.
I'm on the multiplayer, and me and Porter Rock had this conversation talking about. Listen, and I made this point. Anybody that's followed me know this. I've said that these things were going to happen. I didn't say exactly how it was going to happen, but look, your games are going to start being played on PC eventually.
Facts.
And again, what I was told from Porter Rock, I'm calling out the name. Don't sit there and be cute now. You said if games will be playable on the if PlayStation 4 games will be playable on the PC, I am done with PlayStation. That is his goddamn words. That is Jack Move Johnny is sit there next to that goddamn fool of an MLB. How the fuck are y'all now going to sit there and try to change this into a win because it's not a port? You failed. The L is given. Stop it. That's why I tell these people stop doing this shit.
He's giving out L's.
I'm giving you motherfuckers. You want to say L Mega? Legendary Mega's giving out the L categories and L awards. Get the fuck out of here. How you gonna sit there and get mad at this shit? It pleases me.
Don't be mad.
It makes me so excited. It makes me so happy to see these grown ass men to be mad because I just posted a picture saying, "Oh, hey, look at this! PlayStation is over here going to have Persona 5 be playable on PlayStation Now. Oh, February it's going to stop in PlayStation on February 5th, or it's going to be starting in PlayStation 5th. I said, regardless of the case, I'm going to be there to stream it on my PC just to let you know that it can be played on the PC. Some on my Ryzen 7 chip. I cannot wait. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't going to stand here, but I know of course, the show going along as we go. We're going to have to get to our last topic. But But
Oh,
again,
we don't have to cut it. We've been going for 3 hours.
is it 3
It
hours
don't matter.
already?
It don't matter.
Damn.
It's
And I'm
like
so
going to
surprised.
smash them all.
It's Friday.
Smash that
Damn,
too.
it's the holidays
Let's
too.
go.
Damn. I know. I seen
for
something.
the past month and a half, we've been going for 3 hours. Let's
No,
be
we
real.
didn't go 3 hours last week. We went 2.5.
Right over.
Let's
And
talk
we
about
started the show late today too. So again.
Hey,
Okay, it's 10 minutes till 3 hours. Still.
Yo, buddy,
Damn,
stop being
we
a
that
politician,
long?
Trump.
Damn it, that's
Shut
crazy.
your ass
Anyway.
up and fall back.
Shut your
Anyway.
ass up. Anyway,
Hey,
so
shut,
no, okay, all right.
shut your asses up. You're
So,
gonna
no,
walk
I just find it very, very, very ironic that these guys are now trying to
Give them that smoke, Mega.
trying to support something that they knocked. Like, oh, Play Anywhere is a crime, but yo, PlayStation Now doing their version of Play Anywhere is okay. Get the fuck out of here. I'm tired of you guys. Anyway, and don't have an OS system.
And we gotta pay the bills.
Sir
Pay the
X-Man.
bills.
Yeah, Sir
Let
X-Man.
me do it.
Go ahead.
Okay, Mega. PlayStation games are played on Xbox. Also, yo, you disrespectful.
Oh yeah,
Yo,
we
yo.
got that near. We got that near, man.
Oh shit. Anyway, you know what? You know what?
I
Vodka?
understand that. Your wheelchair electricity working.
Oh shit. Anyway,
Damn.
Vodka.
You wearing your Depends?
Vodka said.
Oh,
Vodka said you get an L for talking to those frauds. No, I posted it
Nah,
and they
you
just jumped
don't
on
get
me.
an L.
I didn't tag anybody. I just posted it because I knew that they would come. And then now and I'm just talking back to them saying, look, this is y'all standards. This wasn't my standard. I said I'm cool with it. I don't have a problem with it. I've always had the stance that if it's not on the other console, then
say
it's
what
not.
it is.
What?
Say what it is.
What
You
is it?
talking to these dudes that's claiming these numbers.
Right,
But now the numbers is backfiring. They changing the ergonomics of what the hell is going on.
So Shady,
Let's
we can't.
talk about it.
We will never do the record of 4 hours. That will never happen. But anyway,
You might do that tonight.
no, we won't because
no.
we got the
No,
last
that's it.
topic. We got the last topic. We going
Because
to
I
it.
can go stream.
Yeah. The boy got a stream. I'm gonna be probably jumping on some Sea of Thieves or something. Don said he want Lemon to jump on with Sea of Thieves with us tonight. But anyway, other than that,
Hey Don, I'll do that for you. You know I rock with you.
the game of the decade, and we can talk about this again too next week or whatever as well. I am saying we can just give.
I'm gonna go now.
Okay. Oh yeah, because you're gonna get your ass off of here. You're gonna run off.
No. I'm gonna go now.
Okay. So game of the decade.
If it's not Gears 5, you're catching his fade. I don't care who it is.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want a top 5, but if you can't give me a top 5, that's fine. Give me what you got.
I'm gonna give you top 5.
Give me your top 5. People in the chat, give me your top 5 of game of the decade right now.
And I want you
this
to
is
pay
our sign
attention to
out.
people in the chat.
We won't have a fail of the week tonight. We'll get the hell out of here. We're done. But give me your not your fail, but your game of the decade.
Racer of the decade, Forza, the last Forza.
Mm-hmm.
Forza 7. Action platformer, story mode, Grand Theft Auto 5. Shooter multiplayer of the decade. Halo 5.
Mm-hmm.
Graphic interface, most special effects ever in a video game, Gears 5.
Okay.
Re-innovated series, genre, game camera, story based, God of War.
Okay.
The last one. RPG of the decade. Mass Effect 3.
Okay. All right.
I'm done. Sports of the decade, NBA 2K20. Facts.
20? 20?
20. Yeah, I like 20 because it runs good online.
Okay.
It runs better than the rest of them. I gotta go with that.
You kept running with 18 like it was all right.
Yeah,
okay.
no.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
because I backed out of 19 because it was trash.
Yeah.
So 20 runs good online. I'm going with that.
It runs okay. It don't run good.
Okay,
it runs okay.
Okay, better than the rest of them.
Yeah, true. Okay, all right. Livewire, what is your top 5 games of the decade? Please, the chat, let me know what you got. What's your games of the decade? Infamous, what's your games of the decade, girl? I see you in here.
Rainbow Six, she thought juice.
Thought Rainbow Six, cuz. Bzzz. Go ahead. Live. What you got? Give me your 5. Trump, what you got?
I put
today, not yesterday. Today.
Forza Horizon 4.
Woo! Lot of current games. Okay. No order, or is this an order?
No, no order.
Okay, no order. Okay, Forza Horizon 4.
This man's sleepy.
I would say, man, what's my favorite? Gears. It's hard to say which one.
Well, get to your point.
You know what? I sent this information out to y'all yesterday.
Right.
Do your homework.
You should have been ready. You should have been ready.
Ready.
Did y'all say GTA 5?
GTA 5. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, it's hard, man.
It's not hard.
It's not hard if you study.
What do you like to play?
Huh?
What do you like to play?
I play a lot of shit, but like I don't
play that single player experience. He should be a PlayStation dude, actually.
Baby.
It's like
Emperor said, "Thought juice, Negro, please."
Oh shit! She said, "Negro, please."
Negro, please.
My sister, facts.
Rich love.
I would say Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Okay, all right. We hold on. When did that drop? 2010, 2011, right? Yeah, something like that. Okay,
it's part of the decade. It's part of the decade.
Okay, part of the decade. All right.
And
Control. Oh, my bad.
Control. No.
He said, no.
Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Operations. Give me your top 5 of the decade, man. Let's go. I see people saying Doom 2016.
Doom was good. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Six Slayer said Mass Effect 3 and
Mass Effect 3.
You know what I'm saying? Six Slayer said Grand Theft Auto 5. Sleepy Goblin said Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Stand up. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's my man.
Cletus, he's over here talking about talking about console war shit. Six Slayer's also saying Killer Instinct. Anybody else want to put it there and say their games out there? Other Zinc said Gears 5, Red Dead 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, Forza Motorsport 7, and Halo 5. Love it. All right, go ahead.
That sounds like an Xbox lineup. You biased, but
go ahead, bot.
So for me, in no particular order.
Okay.
Void Bastards, first one.
Void Bastards is in top of the decade?
Yeah, bro.
It's dope.
Wow.
That's for his decade.
I got to play this game.
Decade.
Great fire.
That's his decade.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Play it. You need to play it.
I will play it.
Okay, so after that, then there's Prey, which came out in 2016, I think.
Prey was unexpectedly really good. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah.
Yep. Then after that, it will be. Oh, I just forgot. Okay, so Gears 5 then that comes after that.
Woo!
Can't disrespect Gears like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, The Witcher 3.
Witcher!
Yes! The Witcher!
And then finally, Metro Exodus for me.
Metro Exodus. I got to go firmly in. That's a good list. That's his different list. Dakota Vaca said Quantum Break. I think I said it right this time. I don't know. My old lady ain't
Quantum Break was amazing.
L the A said Gigantic, which that game, I don't think they're even supporting that anymore. But hey, I played a little bit of it, but hey, I'm not gonna knock whatever. Sleepy Goblin said Shadow of War.
Shadow of War. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Quantum Break was tough. He said Quantum Break was tough. Outer Worlds is something incredible. From my boy So all right, Bloody, what's your top 5, brother?
All right.
All be Japanese.
No, chill your ass. All right, cut the shit.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna shock everyone. Right. Gears of War 3 was one of my top.
Well, okay, I'll take it. Yes.
Mass Effect 3.
Woo!
Okay.
That's what's up.
Then Darksiders was one of mine because of the fact that I was
Which one?
The first one because it's so on the game.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I love that, bro.
Darksiders. Which Darksiders?
Darksiders 1, the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Dishonored, because that was how Arcane got their start.
Yeah, I got that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I
cool,
got
cool.
that.
And then for me it was Infamous 2, because that really showed up.
Really? Old Infamous 2. You know what?
I
That
like
is
Infamous
very
I'm
out
gonna
there.
give that to you.
I
I'm gonna
like
give that to you,
Infamous
That was
buddy.
because
very
it
out there.
improved.
I'll give you that one. That was very. That was
That's
coming out of
original.
left field. That was coming out
It
of left field.
improved
with
on
that
what
one.
they did with Infamous 1, and it really showed Sucker Punch really stretching out from the Sly Cooper series, and I loved that. I love that more than Second Son. I was like,
Yeah.
and it kept the morality system I like. So Infamous 2 was my favorite.
Okay. All right. Cool. Very, very, very good. As for me, here we go. And there's no order.
You better do Tekken 7, sucker.
No. Here we go. No
Okay.
order. The Witcher.
Yes.
3.
Over 300 hours.
Oh,
My
hey,
man,
hey,
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 man,
hey,
go.
Hang on,
Put
before
that
we
work
go on,
in.
before you go on, can I throw in one more? Because I got to put it out there.
Go ahead,
Red Dead
yeah.
Redemption 1.
Okay. Cool.
No. But we got to give K Mega the real props for over 300 hours in The Witcher. The only dude I know did that. Facts.
I mean,
close to 400. Yeah, close to 400 hours in there. Yeah,
My guy.
I know somebody said they did 700 hours in there, and I'm like, you
They're a
did,
liar.
but-
They're
No.
a liar.
I believe if you really played The Witcher like that, you put in that type of time. And
I mean, it's
That's crazy.
I believe
They don't even have 700 hours in their lifespan, but okay.
Well,
Okay.
no, I
Hey.
believe it. Because
No,
I haven't beat.
it's the same with Dark Souls. I got 300 in the first set, in the first one, and 300 in the second one. I never beat the second one. Goddammit.
Right. Yeah. So no, there is plenty of. I can believe that. Like if I go in, because I think I want to go back and start to get to a certain point to where I changed my ending. But and then finish the vampire DLC because I didn't get to finish it. I've got to the very end of it, but I didn't finish it. So
You
I
can
need
put
to
that
finish
hours
it.
into nothing. Remember, I got 400 hours in Monster Hunter.
Well, as you know what, and I'm ready to do Monster Hunter. You got to help me, bloody.
You ready for training?
I'm ready for training. I'm ready for training.
Oh, so we gonna squad up? Okay.
We can squad up. I'm ready. I need to beat the Puka Luka or whatever the fuck that thing was, and let's get to it. I'm ready to go.
We gotta pay the bills.
Sir X-Man, he said PUBG
talking about
for. He said the Pookie Luka, whatever the fuck that thing was.
He said PUBG for the battle.
Yeah.
Royal, the new generation of Tomb Raider, Battlefield 4, still going among Forza Horizon 3, Hot Wheels, and The Witcher 3. Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas to you. I'm going to get you a gift wrap of Depends diapers to make sure extra strength.
Let's say
Wow.
not
You
just
shit on yourself.
Hey,
It will not
Zima,
hit the skin.
you was a little slow with that. Yo Zima and your Jolly Ranchers is slowing you down. Anyway, let me get to this. Okay.
I want to make sure I read this properly.
Hey, it's okay. Don't give him just the extra strength. Make sure you get the extra comfort too. We gotta take care of his old ass. It starts hurting after a while.
I know. Okay, so all right, let me finish. Okay, Red Dead Redemption 2. God of War. This version of God of War, it actually floored me. I had no idea that game was going to be that good. I was very skeptical of it.
You still reading this statement slow though.
God of War.
Don't read Sir X-Men statement.
God of War. Mass Effect, and see, I would love to put the trilogy in there, but Mass Effect 1 came out in 2007, so that's not part of the decade. So I will put Mass Effect 2 and 3 involved in that. If you really want to be honest, I would go and say Mass Effect is my number one. All time. Mass Effect.
I love
Mass Effect trilogy is my all-time favorite game ever in history. Next to the Star Wars games that came out in the OG Xbox era, like that was the most great.
KOTOR,
yeah. KOTOR, but KOTOR is not part of the decade.
But you said the OG, so I'm saying, Republic Commando.
The KOTOR was absolutely some of the best gaming I've ever had in my life, next to Mass Effect. the trilogy.
Man,
but
let's get back to the topics.
I know. I'm back on it. Okay, and so I think I got two more. So then the next one is Tekken. I always any Tekken in a decade. Any goddamn Tekken in a decade, bitch. It's mine. It's mine. No, it's no. You talk about the decade. So you got Tekken Tag 2.
You got Tekken Tag 2, yeah, but 6 was the last one before 7 came out. So.
All the Tekkens that's in the decade. Give me Tekken.
This cheat is so bitch.
Give me Tekken. And then also, and then for my fifth one, this is going to be a shocker to a lot of people because they're like they were not expecting me to say this, but I'm going to say this. This is going to shock you guys.
What, Sony?
No, it ain't gonna be the penis demon. It is. Can y'all make a guess?
Man, y'all hurry up.
Okay, all right. I know we gotta get out here. It is Mafia 3. All right, so
Mafia 3. Hey, yeah, I can deal with it. I like that.
Mafia 3. Mafia 3.
That real good story.
Mafia 3. And so
even though the missions were repetitive, it was a story.
Very repetitive, but I thought the story broke grounds. Halo 5 was right there. Quantum Break was right there. Yeah, Halo 5 and Quantum Break was right there because Halo 5 to me is more of a symbolic thing to me more than anything because of Locke having a black a person of color being
non-stereotypical.
Yeah, not stereotypical. The a person of color being a stern, hardcore leader. And and there will be nobody, and I don't give a fuck who you are. There will be nobody that'll take what I feel about Locke and Team Osiris and what 343 did with that. I want more of that. I hope that they do more with that. I'm very excited for Infinite, but man, Locke and Team Osiris needs more game time, needs more light of the day. And when Kiki told me, she said hashtag save Locke, it almost made me want to It made me very excited. Let's not get too descriptive. So let's get out of here, baby. Where can they find you at? Operation Op. Where is that? Let's go.
Of course, here and on Twitter, doing absolutely nothing but retweeting shit because I don't do nothing. And of course, every Saturday on Smash Podcast with Bloody and the rest of the crew. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try to get Star Wars in tomorrow because I couldn't see it today, but hopefully I get it early tomorrow.
Nice. You know what, Vodka? Lips would be up there, but I think Lips came out a lot earlier.
This man and his lips, goddamn.
Bruh, listen, I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna take a picture of one of the mics that I got left, and I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna post it on Twitter after the show. I promise you, because I got it right here. I found it. I was going through my trunk, and I said, "Oh shit, a lip, man." Okay, anyway. Bloody Knuckles, what can they find you at, man?
Man, they can find me everywhere over on Instagram, Facebook, and of course on Twitter.com at Bloody Knucks, BLOODIE_KNUX. And of course they can find me on Mixer and YouTube where I'm streaming 5 times a week. And I'll be streaming right after this because I'm getting to get into some drunken shenanigans.
Yes.
With my friend Pedro.
You want to come on with us with Sea of Thieves?
Oh no, I'm gonna do my friend Pedro and then Untitled Goose Game. So I'm gonna be real stupid.
Okay.
So
all right, cool.
Everyone wants to catch in on that. And then of course every Saturday on the Smash Podcast, 8 p.m. Central. And make sure you guys are there, whether you're watching us on YouTube or on Mixer, because tomorrow is the 2-year anniversary of the podcast. It's crazy to think that we've been doing this for so long. So come show us love. Everyone get out there. We got a lot to talk about with not just anime and movies from this year alone, but we're going to talk about some of our favorite stuff that's come out since 2010. And there's definitely a lot to talk about. So make sure y'all are there because this is going to be the last one before we take a break before Christmas, depending on who's going to be available, which everyone's got family stuff. But, we want to make sure that we get our good show in for all of y'all. So make sure y'all are there, guys. Thanks.
All right, cool. And 108 Dragons TV, man, where can they find you at, brother?
I'm your 108 Dragons TV on everything, man, and it is greatly appreciated. Everybody who stopped by, checking out the podcast, hit them likes, man, because it greatly helps us. And
he lit.
We about to do that Smash. No, we about to do that Smash podcast tomorrow. Woo!
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
I'm in the building.
Now I gotta have my big brother on there.
We
You know
support
that.
each other.
Let's go. And Livewire, man, our Donald Trump, man. Where can they find you at, brother?
Not in the White House anymore.
No, he's
Hey,
still
I'll be
there.
up in there. All
He'll
right,
be up
you
in there.
know.
He ain't going nowhere right now.
He's starting to pack up though.
You think so?
This mother.
Nah, but yeah, man. Check me out on my channel, Livewire Gaming, where I'm trying to put. I was actually gonna post something up the other day where I got lazy and shit, but I'm gonna put up something. I gotta figure out what it is. Most of the time, I just be posting quick shit on Twitter, so you can check that shit out there too. But anyway, holla at y'all. It's I hope everybody has a good holiday, and hopefully y'all get what y'all want, whatever that is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You get a PlayStation.
Let's go.
4, get some games. You got a PSVR. You get some porn. You know what I mean? Whatever y'all into.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. And as for me, man, be short and sweet, man. Thank you. As always, I hope everybody has a happy Merry Christmas. Now, I will see if we'll get a couple of people that want to jump in and do a Christmas Eve show with my girl, Pocahontas. And if we do, then we'll probably be wild. We'll just talk a lot of shit, just get through, and then just get out of there. Quick little hour show, nothing, maybe hour and a half, and get out of there. Just to have a good time, and then get back to the business of doing what we do with GRG. But you know, it is what it is, man. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. I know that I don't understand why we be going so long, but we have so much fun.
Hit that like button.
Yeah,
Because
hit that like button.
And then we keep talking on one for 2 hours.
But you know what? That's what it is. And so, you know, I do appreciate the people that stick around with us and shit like that, because I would like to do just 2 hours, but you know, we all like to talk. So
cut topics.
We love gaming. Shit. Hey, tell Op to cut out that bullshit topic that I started first. We would have been probably on time. Anyway, so
well, if you're the host, you cut the topics as we do it. God damn.
He was serious about it. So I love to talk about the topics that people want to talk about. So regardless of that is what it is.
What even here for? God damn it.
I know. But anyway, other than that, thank you. But you know the rules. If your ass is not going to go to work tomorrow, then you need to be gaming. If you ain't gaming, you need to be sleeping.
You already messed it up. God damn it.
Okay, fuck it. Let me get it right. If you ain't got to go to work tomorrow, if you got to go to work tomorrow, then your ass need to go to sleep. If your ass ain't sleep and then you need to be gaming. If you ain't gaming, then there's only one thing that you need to be doing on a Friday night. And what's that? That's it. I don't want to hear no excuses. Don't be on social media trying to attack other people.
Don't be catching feelings.
Don't be catching feelings, because you need to be catching feelings in them draws. That's what you need to be doing, sucker. You know what I'm saying? Because I sure don't be catching no feelings. I take that frustration out and be saying, That's it. All right, everybody. Have a good one. We out. Peace.
Hey,
I'm on that with you.
Yeah, I'm out. I gotta hit that show.
Fucking K Mega, man.
Later.
Fucking K Mega. God damn. That shit was different. Oh shit. Where the fuck Buddy go? Punk ass nigga. Yeah, I'm gonna go invade that nigga. Fuck him.